Meet Chip. He turned a big idea into a big company. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're helping Chip and his family grow their business. We'll help you too with financing to expand your venture. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Lock in your rate with pre-approval. It's fast, free, and makes buying the car of your dreams easier. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with zero sugar. This is the Pepsi with zero compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Reach for Mars, or harness energy from the stars. Go faster than the speed of sound, or get clean water for everyone around. For an engineer, the choice is Marian University's Whitsker School of Engineering.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Zach. Pedaling day in and day out gets tough. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we can help Zach and you drive your dream with great rates for new, used, leases, or refinancing. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Some say you have to choose between reaching for Mars or harnessing more energy from a star. Going faster than the speed of sound versus bringing clean water from out of the ground. We say, why not both? The choice then is Marian University's Whitsker School of Engineering. Discover success.
that? And Marian takes the opening drive, and the Knights find themselves marching 70 yards downfield on their very first drive, and the biggest play of the game is the 25-yard pass to Jake Reichert on third down.
I got audio now.
And now Marian is going to line up for the extra point.
All right, we're up.
We're in.
We're in.
All right, let's do this. Marian scores, and they're in. Okay. Hey, thank you for joining us on the ISC Sports Network. All right, let's recap what's going on right now. I'm Scott McCauley, along with Zach Graves, and we are in Livonia, Michigan. Well, at least the Marian Knights are in Livonia, Michigan, and they're taking on a winless Madonna team, and Marian just marches 70 yards down to score their first touchdown. And it's a huge play on third down and 10 after a run is stuffed. Then you get a rollout that ends up incomplete, and Jake Reichert has a big play on that drive.
Yeah, an opportunity for him today with Spence out, and he has been a little bit quiet this season, but got a little more involved a couple weeks ago. 4 for 48 coming into the game. Almost matched it on that big play there along the sidelines.
And then the nice little screen pass to Drew Byerly, and the tight end in space made a linebacker miss, got that ball down inside to the first and goal, and then Marian is able to punch it in.
Yeah, and we didn't know if we'd see William Gibson today, still nursing that Achilles injury, and he's able to score a touchdown. So nice for him to get his 4th this season.
Yeah, so Gibson punches it in, and Marian now leads 7-0. Marian is on the road. And they have not been on the road since the opening game against Judson. They basically lived at home in September, wearing their gray road pants, white jerseys, the navy blue helmets, and the navy blue numerals, while Madonna is wearing all navy blue with the gold helmets and the gold numerals, and they are set to receive this kick from Marlon Pomeli. Marian leading 7-0 on the 70-yard touchdown drive. Pomeli's kick will be taken at the 10-yard line. Out across the 20, makes a man miss. Now you're at the 30, and finally tackled at the 37-yard line. Really good return. And now Madonna sets up out near midfield. Marshall Flagg made the tackle on special teams.
Marian has struggled so much on kickoff return this year, already given up 2 touchdowns this season, and that one, a little bit of a mess there. A higher kick landed short. Unit still wasn't able to get the man down right away. They have had trouble tackling and leaving a lot of seams on that kickoff unit so far.
Yeah, Marian has given up a couple of touchdowns already on the kickoff returns, as Zach mentioned. That was back in week 2 and back in week 3. Now here comes the defense, yielding just 258 yards per game. We've got movement on the far left side. I think they can get either the left tackle or the left guard for the Crusaders on this one.
Yeah, a couple guys moved on the left side. This Madonna offensive line is a unit. Together combined, they average 6'4", 309 pounds, they got a 6'8" tackle. I mean, these guys are gigantic human beings. But so far this season, they've been down so much that they haven't been able to really run the ball the way they want to.
It is an offensive line that returns 4 out of the 5 starters. But it's interesting, some guys have moved around. The starting center was the left guard a year ago, and the left and right tackle swapped positions from the last time that Marian met. Some crisscross in the backfield. A back went around the back, and you give to the first man through. Nothing is there. Tyler Bucher helped off the turf as he's one of the first men in there.
Bucher just so consistent. He's just such a good player and always in his gap, always doing the right thing, his job, the things you're supposed to do. He's just really reliable, and he's a really good player.
On defense for Marian on that front line, Dion Pettiford, second team all year ago. There you go.
There you go.
Had his first sack of the season last week. Joe Apata, Luke Marsh are the defensive tackles. Tyler Bucher is the defensive end.
Blitz.
Little play action. They'll throw it. It's caught, but the receiver had to go down to the turf to make the catch. So Troy Jordan makes the catch, but it's still going to be right at the initial sticks. It'll bring up a 3rd down and 10.
Yeah, if you're Madonna, as you know, obviously they've struggled on offense this year. Only getting about 90 yards rushing and 90 yards passing per game. And you just can't stay behind the sticks. If you're going to have a good game, you got to try to at least stay on schedule, and already starting off with that false start there, I mean, you just can't have it.
Linebackers for Marian, Jake Paris, Alex Griffith, and Jay Sean Underwood. In the secondary, Danny Lewis and Dwight Lewis are the corners. Clay Campbell and Nate Fry are the safeties, and they are hard-hitting are those safeties as Clay Campbell comes up, meets a running back in the flat, knocked a ball that could have been caught away, incomplete, and it forces the punt.
Yeah, Nate Fry coming off of MSFA East's Defensive Player of the Week honors last week. He's just been another guy that's just super consistent, upperclassman who's been around, and you just always know where he's going to be because he's by the ball almost every play.
And now the punt will be from Madonna. Their punter stands at the 22-yard line. They are punting from left to right in your mind's eye. Good punt, and it drives Jalen Jennings back to the 22-yard line. And the speedster runs up the middle between the hash marks and is tackled at the 35-yard line. So we'll get our second look now at quarterback Zach Bundelow and this Marian offense.
Isn't that so funny? Every time Jalen Jennings touches the ball in space, you think, uh-oh. It's like every time he touches the ball, it could possibly go to the house.
Yeah, Jalen Jennings, the speedster. This is pretty remarkable. 3 kickoff returns this season. And I want to make sure I get this correct. I wrote this down. 3 kickoff returns this season. They have gone for 31, 91, and 72 yards.
Man.
Here's Bundelow now, first down and 10 at the 36-yard line. Here's a handoff and coming to the near side and then twisted back. That's going to be Keegan LaBelle.
Yeah, busy last week, already getting some early touches here in the first quarter.
Yeah, LaBelle.
Hot hand, right, Scott? I mean, whoever's running as many good running backs as you have, whoever has the hot hand, just roll with it.
Yeah, and Marian is deep at that position, which is something that's a staple for this program.
Yeah.
Marian leading 7-0. 10 minutes to go in the first quarter. The Knights take their first drive 70 yards downfield in their away white uniforms and away gray pants, moving from right to left. Another handoff. This one is over the left side, and this easily picks up the first down out to the 48-yard line. No one touched Keegan LaBelle at that point of attack.
Every week that we get into this season, it feels to me that Connor Young just gets better and better. I mean, he's starting to really pop on film. Number 58, the center, 6'2", 285 pounds, leads the way for Keegan LaBelle there once again.
Connor Young, the junior center out of Fairfield, Ohio. Rashawn Wells, Quade Pope, they are the guards, and the tackles, all the experience. 4-year starters, Austin Jones and Zach Sibila. Third straight handoff to LaBelle. Sweeps to the right side. Hits the corner at the 40. Down the sideline at the 30. Lowers the shoulder at the 25 and knocked out of bounds shy of the 20-yard line.
Pretty simple. Outside zone, hat on a hat, and that's what happens when everyone is blocking a man. There's no free defenders there to bring down LaBelle. Once he gets that corner, he pops past that first down for a really nice gain.
You know, Keegan LaBelle can be so unassuming. The sophomore from Mount Vernon. Not a physically intimidating presence. However, very quick.
That's fair to say.
And a good burst. He just rips off 32 yards. He's touched the ball on every play on this drive. Give it to him again. This time he works down the right hash mark towards the middle of the field, and it's still going to be a good, solid gain on first down.
Offensive line having a day early. There's just all kinds of seams here, outside, inside, everything working so far for the Knights up front.
It will be 2nd down and 5 after the 5-yard gain on first. The football is spotted on the right hash mark. Marian inside the red zone, already leading 7-0. 2 wide receivers left. A single wide receiver, Reichert, out to the right. LaBelle, the running back, next to Bundelow. He gets Madonna to jump. He'll throw it towards the end zone, and Reichert nearly makes an Odell Beckham-like one-handed grab on the sideline in the end zone. Incomplete.
Giants. OBJ, not Browns OBJ.
Nope. No, but if you recall, on a Monday night game against the Jets, he did have a one-handed over-the-shoulder grab.
Yes, sir. As we, live from the McCauley studio, have the Nick Chubb Shrine over here. RIP to the 2023 season.
Yes, so those of you who tuned in and just saw where we were sitting but couldn't hear a single word that we said, due to the forecast today in Livonia, Michigan, which, by the way, 0% chance of rain, 51 degrees. However, 48 hours ago, they were calling for a 70% chance of rain. Due to that, we made the decision to call the game off of the school's video, and we decided to post up in my basement today. So we'll do our best. First down and 10 from the 12. LaBelle has it. Inside the 10, cuts back across the grain in the 5, and walks into the end zone. He touched the ball on every single play, and Marian scores on a 64-yard touchdown drive.
And just bounced right off the tackle at the linebacker level there, and then finds that second level seam. And it was good job up front. Had a nice hole for him, and again runs right into the linebacker, bounces off of him. You say unassuming. You don't think that this guy is as elusive and as good at breaking tackles as he is once you get out there and play him.
Wow. Keegan LaBelle handles it for all 64 yards. Marlon Pomeli's kick is up, and it is good. Look, folks, this is what we expected.
Oh, yeah.
Marian had 9 different people score touchdowns last year in this game, and here they are touching the ball twice, and they have 2 rushing touchdowns. Gibson and LaBelle have each found the end zone. I'm Scott McCauley, along with Zach Graves. Marian now leading 14-zip. You're trying to figure out some stats.
I just can't get the mouse here.
Let me move this one over. There we
Hey,
go.
there we are.
There we are. Team stats, individual stats.
Individual, yeah. Thank you, sir.
There you are. We can keep that over there. As our setup here today.
We're learning on the fly.
We are learning on the fly. Big thanks to Mitch Huppert, who couldn't join us today. He's not even with the team. He had some other things happening he was getting with us, so that's why we apologize for the early delay on coming on. But it's 14-zip. Marian isn't slowed down at all. 51 degrees here at this facility. It's a high school facility where Madonna has to play their games. We'll get a little bit more into their situation as their offense is ready to come on the field. Pomeli on the run-up, kicks it from the 35. Short kick will be taken at the 10, and this actually will be bouncing out of bounds.
More special teams issues.
Yeah, I see the official ran up and spotted it at the 15-yard line, but that flag and that penalty will mean it will be a better field position for this Madonna team. Okay, Zach, real quick on Madonna. Herb Haygood is their coach. He's been the only coach in the school's history. And to say it's been difficult is an understatement.
Yeah.
They are 0-27 in games they have played as a team. And that is, it's incredible. It's really probably difficult for the kids, the family, and coaches because they're just undermanned as they go out there right now. And it's never easy to start a football program.
No.
Here's a delayed handoff. Running back works out to the right side, but tackled from behind by Jake Paris. Tracked him down and got him at the 35-yard line. That might have been a gain of 1 out to the 36.
Well, and back to Madonna, I think something that hurt them as you're starting a program right in COVID time.
Yep.
And it just set you back, honestly. And it was just unfortunate timing. And they're still trying to figure some things out. But there's a lot of talent over there in Michigan. And they can still right the ship. It'll just take a while. I think Marian and Iwu have set this crazy standard for new programs that's just really hard to attain.
Low snap, quarterback picks it off the turf and then nowhere to go as he's spun down by Dion Pettiford.
Back to back.
Second sack in the season, back-to-back games, as Zach says. He rocked the baby a little bit there when he did that.
And that's a big baby that he's going against a 6'8", 330-pound tackle.
Loss of 5. So it's 3rd down and 14. About 6 minutes to go in the first quarter. You make a great point about the COVID situation. Scheduled to begin play in 2020, but that season was canceled by the NAIA and the Mid-States Football Association. This pass is going to be thrown underneath, but incomplete, intended for Devontae Garrett. However, in coverage was Dwight Lewis, and you forced the Madonna punt.
Yeah, and if you remember, Michigan had some of the harshest COVID policies.
They
like
did.
You really couldn't. There's not much movement, not a lot going on, and yeah, it definitely set these guys back. There's no doubt about it.
You're scheduled to play in the spring of 21, where Marian had a full season. You recall the season started in February of 21 with the championship game in May. That season, Madonna played only 4 games. They were 0-4. They had 5 COVID cancellations.
Yeah.
So you're playing 4 games in your first year. Jalen Jennings takes the punt at the 30, weaves his way up to the 40, across the 45, and then out to the 50-yard line.
Hit him with a hezzy, too, man. That was nice.
Oh, he stutters, does Jalen Jennings, right about the 40-yard line after just gliding for 8 yards. Makes the subtle little move and ends up at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, just so smooth. I mean, everything he does, it just looks effortless.
Yeah, he is a tremendous player.
I was thinking about it. I do think Johnny Williams was a little bit faster as far as like just headline speed, 40-yard dash, but still I think Jalen has a little more shiftiness to him.
Let's see if the passing game will need to be used at all today, as Marian, last time they had it, was all on the ground. A flag was thrown on the far side of the field, and so instead of Marian taking over at the 49-yard line, they're going to start to walk it back from the 31. So Marian will start at the 21-yard line. That is a 28-yard difference between where Jalen Jennings ended up and where they will start this drive, their third touch of the game.
Yeah, Bundalo, 58 yards so far today. That means he's only 30 yards away from the 1,000 mark already here in this 2023 campaign. And just rocketing up those Marian Knight record books as well.
You know, you mentioned that. He has an opportunity to pass Hayden Northern for the most yards in school history. He is also making his 28th career start. He swings this pass out into the flat.
Jalen.
It was caught by Jalen Jennings at about the 20-yard line, and Jalen then sprints out for a gain of 4 out to the 25.
20 catches now on the year for Jalen Jennings. Almost surpassing his career total here.
Fifth-year senior from South Bend, Indiana. Here's the rollout. Near side, C.J. Young catches it at the 30.
Oh.
Now makes a little stutter step and then moves away. And our video feed here must be by some trees. Are you seeing these yellow leaves?
Uh-huh.
The yellow leaves are flying in front of it. My first thought it was a yellow flag, a penalty flag that was going. Nice catch and then a little shifty run by C.J. Young.
Yeah, same as Reichert, an opportunity for C.J. Young with Spence out to have a nice day. Targeted no touchdowns this year. That's his 12th catch. But he had 3 red zone targets last week that were either broken up or a little off target last week. So Bundelo's starting to look his way more.
First down at the 35 after the second down catch and run by C.J. Young. Another defensive end jumps. Bundalo slings it to Young, catches it at the 42-yard line, and then he is immediately hit. So C.J. Young makes the catch just shy of the sticks. The tackle coming up to make the hit was linebacker Ramon Stallings, who played his high school football at North Central.
Yeah, Kelvin Lytleton, is playing 10 yards off of C.J. Young. So back-to-back, they just go with a little quick hitch, get it to him, have him turn around and get a couple yards. And they're just, if they're going to give him that much space, that's just too easy. Pitch and catch.
Yeah, about 3 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Marian leading 14-zip. I'm Scott McCauley along with Zach Graves. Thanks for tuning in today. College football. Marian is on the road, audio only today. However, we may have some special treats for you throughout the broadcast. They'll spot the ball at the 40, so Marian will take the penalty and not the play. So it will be first down and 5 from the 40. Jake Reichert goes out to the right. C.J. Young to the left. Only 2 wide receivers in this set. Baron Hebler, the running back, gets the handoff. Makes a cut at the 40. Falls forward maybe a yard or 2. They'll give him the 42. So it will be second down and 3.
Yeah, that was good pursuit. I think that was defensive end Tommy Iyarson was just right on Hebler's heels, able to bring him down before he turned the corner.
Yeah, this defensive line, Fennemal, Craig, Yancey, and Larson across the front 4. Fennemal is second in tackles, the defensive end number 1. The leading tackler is their linebacker number 11 from Plymouth, Michigan, Dante Cardinal. Stallings and Morris are the linebackers as well for Madonna. Second down and short. Bundalo stands a long time, slings it down in the middle of the field, and was that a catch by Reichert or did it scoop? The official's going to say it was a catch.
Wow, that's really impressive. Everyone was cutting, which tells me it's quick game. So it must have been covered up right away because Bundalo gave it more time, and it kind of just left our screen. We couldn't see the actual catch, but it looked good, obviously, and they called it good. So already Reichert over the middle, nice play.
Yeah, that's down to the 38-yard line.
Busy Reichert.
Yes, he has been busy already. Had the big play on that opening drive on the big 3rd down and long catch. Marian leading 14-0.
A little quick.
Keebler up the middle, makes one man miss, lowers his shoulder,
Nice.
and pushes a defender down to the 31-yard line.
Nice finish there on that run by Hebler, and I think it was Wells who just finished his block there, or Pope, actually. Nice job.
2nd down for Marian, leading by the 2 touchdowns.
I like the no huddle after the pass over the middle too. It looked like maybe not quite a pass or a completion. You go right away, go quick.
Now just one wide receiver out in this formation. This is a big line, and now that wide receiver will go in motion and line up left of the line. You give it to the running back, flips it back to Bundalo. He's going up top. C.J. Young is the target, and it's caught in the back of the end zone.
Whoa. Whoa, what a play. A flea flicker. Scott, when's the last time you saw a flea flicker?
The handoff went to Hunter. He turned, flipped it to Bundalo, and he aired it out some 40-plus yards in the back of the end zone.
It was. What a pass. To get that in there right at the back of the end zone. Wow.
First touchdown of the season for Young, and hey, it was well defended. There were two Madonna players back there.
They weren't exactly fooled by it, even though it's brand new. Never seen that on film for sure. But with the one wide receiver, Madonna was on top of it. But, I mean, it was a pinpoint throw by Bundalo.
And Pomili's kick is up, and Marian now leads 21-0. The second straight game, Marian busts out the trick play, and this one ends up from Bundalo on the flea flicker out to Young, and that is an incredible play design by B.J. Code. Only one wide receiver in the route. You move him in motion, in tight on the line. It looks like you're going to go with a power play.
When's the last? 3 tight ends typically spells we're going to run short here. So, linebackers pinch up, and they're thinking run. Hebler gets it, tosses back to Bundalo, and boom. Deep shot over the top. That's just nice. It's
3 first quarter touchdowns now for Marian. So Pomili now will kick it away. Look, we knew this game had the potential to really get out of hand. Look, this is a Madonna team that's winless, and they're 0-27 overall in their program's history. It's just, how would Marian go about getting ahead, jumping ahead, and making the plays? And look at the 2 different drives that we just saw recently, all runs by Keegan LaBelle, and this one now, let's get on the arm of Zach Bundalo.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It's just whatever you want, honestly, out here today.
Pomili's kick, a running catch, middle of the field at the 10-yard line, and then buried at the 25. The special teams makes the play on that coverage.
It's a guy I haven't called in a while. That was Peyton Trexler. He's always been, in his whole career, has made highlight plays on special teams, and that time he was able to get down there first and make the tackle.
2 minutes and 9 seconds to play here in the first quarter. Madonna, the home team today. So I mentioned that this game is played at a high school field. That was not the initial plan. They're playing at Churchill High School. However, they were hoping that this season would be played at a brand new 5,000-seat stadium, but that was scrapped for financial reasons. So Madonna is still stuck here at this high school. This pass is batted down, incomplete. The rush came in and surrounded the quarterback. He didn't have a single chance there at all.
No, he didn't even have a full second. Marian got back there so quickly. Just a total breakdown there from the pass protection.
You look at this Madonna program, and Zach, here are some things you're looking at here. So they thought they would have a new 5,000-seat stadium to play in. They were going to share that with the local soccer club in Livonia. However, it's ended because of financial problems. It's not going to happen. Throw in the mix. Last year you go 0-11, and you're overall 0-27.
Right.
Who wants to build a stadium?
Right. Nice close there. Was that Fry?
Yeah, good pass into the flat on the far side. it'll be interesting to see how Madonna manages through all of these struggles. Next week, we'll see a team in Concordia. This was Concordia when you played.
Yeah. We used to play at the high school stadium playing against Concordia, and same area, so if Concordia can do it, Madonna can absolutely do it.
You're absolutely right. Line of scrimmage now, the 29-yard line. 3rd down and 6 for Madonna. They send 3 wide receivers out to the right. Quarterback Max Morris is in the shotgun, and he's the quarterback for now.
Right.
In the first 5 games, Madonna played at least 3 quarterbacks 3 different times. And they've really spread out who they have handle the duties at the quarterback position. Morris gets the start. He has Spencer Rivera, the running back, next to him. 3rd and 6. Let's see if Marian provides some pressure. Letting this clock wind down. They'll snap it back. Quarterback drops back. Here comes the blitz up the middle.
Oh.
Caught by the tight end. Shakes a man. Now runs across the 45, 50 into Marian territory and down to the 37-yard line. How about that? A little snatch and grab in space by Connor Kerrigan, and he found himself free for yardage in a big play for the Crusaders.
Well, Dwight Lewis rolled the dice there. He took a gamble trying to break that one up, but it ends up, getting caught. But credit to Dwight Lewis, because then he sprints down the field and is able to make the tackle as well, but not until after a big gain.
34-yard gain by the tight end, who came in with just 2 catches for 4 yards.
Yeah.
34 yards on that play, a big 3rd down conversion. Now Madonna sends 2 wide receivers out to let snap over the quarterback's head. Morris falls on it at the 48, 49-yard line. He does so right before Pettiford pounces on him.
Yeah, those are things that just kill you. Pre-snap penalties, turnovers, all those things.
That's a 12-yard loss.
Yeah, I mean, it essentially ends the drive. I mean, obviously not over yet. They still have a chance, but it just kills you.
And the first quarter now is winding down, and the teams will just let these final seconds tick away. So the first quarter is complete here in Michigan. What a start for number 5, Marian. The Knights lead 21-0. You are listening to Marian Football on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with zero sugar. This is the Pepsi with zero compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Welcome back inside my basement, and welcome to Marian Football. I'm Scott McCauley, along with Zach Graves. The first quarter has come to an end. Marian is leading it 21-0. For those of you who missed us at pregame, due to a forecast of rain, we were unable to take the radio equipment to Livonia because it would be an outdoor situation. We'd be sitting in the stands to call the game. We couldn't do that with the weather. So we are simply bringing you the action by watching a feed, sitting in here, and it works out pretty well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it works for me. I got lunch. I got football. I'm happy.
You got Papa-Shot getting ready to go
That's
at
right.
halftime.
That's right. I'll probably play Declan and Madden after this. So,
So you're sticking around after the
Might,
game?
yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I got Zach Graves all day today. How about that? So yeah, we can either let us call the game here, and you can watch that, or we can bring up the graphics there. It was 3rd down and 10 for Madonna, and they come up incomplete as they fire that ball there, but I think there was a flag prior to. The officials are starting to come together, and now the official is making his way out to the middle of the diamond. They're going to call personal foul, roughing the passer on Marian.
Oh, no, yeah.
And so this will be an automatic first down. put the graphic back up. What do
Yeah,
you
so
think?
21 first quarter points. Both the previous two matchups, 86-0. But Madonna's moving the ball here on this drive.
Yeah, they've got the big third down conversion to the tight end, and now they get the penalty on third down and 10. And so now it's first down at the 22-yard line, just outside of the red zone, a place where Madonna has only visited 5 times in 5+ games. Morris, the quarterback, bunch running back situation surrounding him, 2 wide receivers to his left. He will fake the handoff to the slot. He'll try and run to the middle, and Bucher and Pettiford stop him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, we mentioned Pettiford last week. He finally got that first sack. He's just been a little bit quiet, but he's such a dynamic player that they've just been paying more attention to him, having that extra blocker in there, making sure that he doesn't get after the quarterback. So as a player, Pettiford's like, well, how else can I affect the game? And we've been seeing him get much more involved on those short run stops these last 2 weeks as well.
Yeah, and you look, he still is double digits in tackles. He's still getting the quarterback hits. He just was not getting those sacks after having 8.5 a year ago and being second team all-league. He already has a sack today. Second down and 10 from the 22. Morris will drop back, stops at his 30, and he will simply throw this ball 5 yards wide of his intended target, who was wide open. Troy Jordan had nobody within 5 yards of him. 8 yards from the line of scrimmage on the numbers.
Yeah, that was way off. Just totally missed him. I might have seen a Marian coach in a dark blue shirt over there and thought for a second that was his guy. But, yeah, with that wide open one, you want to try to complete that one.
This is not a team that is very good throwing the football.
Their percentages, Scott, are just really tough.
They
25% for one quarterback, 38% completion for the other. That's tough.
It's shocking just to see.
Some of the stats are shocking.
Yeah, the numbers are really, really tough to kind of gauge. And there's a timeout called right now by the Crusaders.
And even on this drive, you had Dwight Lewis trying to, go for the big play, and that resulted in the big reception. And then Marian with the penalty to give them the first down. So even, with a little bit of help, they can move the ball.
So here's third down and 10. Yeah, and so as I mentioned, Madonna has played at least 3 quarterbacks in 3 out of their 5 games. Here are some of their passing numbers this year.
Yeah,
These are totals.
Let's hear it.
65 yards in one game, 40 yards in another, 29 yards. Their season high last week was 170 yards passing, which is, when you look at the other ones, you'll take that, right?
Respectable.
Here's kind of the shocker for me, too. I looked at their best rushing numbers. And normally there's rushes gained and net, right? Because you factor in the losses.
Correct.
And whatnot. So I only wanted to look at gained yards.
Sure.
Let's just take it that in. They've had a rushing total this year of 51 yards. Their best is 194 gained. Overall, as a group, they average 43 yards rushing.
Oof.
So think about that. If you average 43, and in one game you had 194 gained, you're not moving the ball at all.
And it's a lot of sacks.
You're going the wrong way. This third down pass is incomplete, thrown out to the right side, and again, way off target was Morris. It was almost a similar route to that second down.
Just a quick hitch.
Yeah, and it's not catchable. So now they'll bring out last week's Mid-State Special Teams Player of the Week. And to try just his 3rd field goal attempt of the season is Darren Francis, the sophomore. This one from 49 is blocked. It never got into the air. Marian blocks the field goal attempt. They keep the Crusaders off the board.
Shutout stays alive.
It was blocked and then finally scooped up from there by Adrian Cuevas. But he always seems to find the football, doesn't he?
He does. He does. That's the crazy thing. Cuevas, Marian's depth is just insane. Cuevas could easily start and be the main guy on 85% of NAIA teams, and he is a rotation guy for this defense. And Clay Campbell and Nate Fry, it's just hard to take them off the field. They're both so good and so consistent. But, yeah, so many good players on this team.
All right, Marian will now have their first touch here in the second quarter. They go from left to right as you listen to today's broadcast. Marian in those white away uniforms leading 21-0. Here is a handoff, a little sweep that comes across the 30 out to the 35 down to the 36-yard line.
That was
Nice.
Hunter.
Yes, it was. I'm just getting ready to look. I'm like,
So 4 different running backs have already touched the ball today. That's something we expected.
Marian leading by those 3 touchdowns.
Over 200 yards this season for Hunter now.
So he's wearing 28 on the road, right?
Yep, 28. Gibson 26. I like the gray pants today. I can't lie. I like what Marian's going with here.
They'll give him back to Hunter Newman. And this time on first down.
White jerseys, gray pants, blue helmets. And the hatchets are starting to fill up, Scott.
They are. So tell us about the hatchets.
Yeah, so Coach Karras, it was a Coach Karras thing when I played, and basically you go back and watch the film from each week, and if it doesn't have to be a pancake block or a huge play necessarily. It's just like certain things where you earn a big hit, something like that, where it really stands out on film, and everyone, will go hatchet, and then you get your hatchets after film. So it's a cool thing.
Bundalo rolls out to his left, tried to drop this into double coverage, incomplete on the Madonna side of the 40-yard line. And it will be second down. Actually, it'll be third down and 9, rather, for Marian. We do expect to see lots of people play in today's game.
Got the hatchet tattoo.
Oh, you got the
part of
hatchet
my Marian
tattoo.
tattoo, yeah.
That's right on that right bicep.
I earned it.
Speaking of that and knowing that you're a lineman, we have now hit lineman weather.
I love it. I woke up this morning, and you could just feel the crispness in the air,
Yep.
and you just know it's fall. You know it's football. I felt so good driving up here. It's in the air, man. We're deep into the season now, and it just feels right.
As I look across the stands where Marian fans are sitting, though, I see some blankets
They're
spread
bundled.
across some laps.
They're bundled up there.
Yeah, 51 degrees right now in Livonia, Michigan. Timeout on the field. We'll take one as well. Marian leading 21-zip. They're facing a third down and long on the ISC Sports Network.
Reach for Mars or harness energy from the stars. Go faster than the speed of sound or get clean water for everyone around. For an engineer, the choice is Marian University's Whitsker School of Engineering.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Third down and long for Marian coming out of the timeout. Knights are leading 21-0. They just blocked a field goal attempt for Madonna, setting up this drive. 3rd and 9. Line of scrimmage right now at the 39-yard line. Marian needs to get out to midfield in the 48 with just under 12 minutes to play before halftime. 3 wide receivers left for Zach Bundalo. Bundalo takes the snap, drops back, is going to set up a screen. It was a low throw, and Christian Hunter had to come back for it.
Well, it took Hunter a little too long to break out, and then the pressure was coming. It was just the timing was off the whole time, and Bundalo off his back foot, trying to get away from those rushers, and it just came up short.
So,
good play call in that 3rd and long. It was set up. The timing was just a little bit off, and that's all it takes.
So Marian will have their first punt of the game, and it will bring up Mason Miller, who just punted 1 time last week against Lawrence Tech. 15 punts, 3 of them have gone over 50 yards, but 10 of his 15 have been able to move inside the 20. Good rush. Miller punts it away from his own 30. This is a beauty. Drives him all the way back to the 7-yard line. Breaks 2 tackles, but can't break the 3rd and 4th. That was a bomb.
It was.
Off the foot of Mason Miller.
And he is living inside the 20. It seems like every time he punts, the opponents are starting inside their own 20-yard line.
I mean, that comes off of his foot at the 30.
Yeah, that was a bomb.
That's nearly 70 yards in the air.
That was a bomb.
And then the tackle takes place at the 18-yard line. 11:41 to play here in the second quarter.
Bundalo off to a nice start. 7 of 10, 70%, 123 yards, and then that big touchdown on the flea flicker.
Yeah, Marian getting the flea flicker. Second straight game with the trick play for the Knights. Morris drops back, throws it out in the right. This one will be broken up. Tried to hit a wide receiver on the far side, but good defense there applied by Marian's Danny Lewis.
But the delivery was nice. It got in there, it was on target, it just wasn't caught.
So a better throw than what we saw in the last series.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly.
Second down and 10. How many yards right now for Zach Bundalo?
123 yards.
He is now 158 yards away from passing Hayden Northern for the school's all-time leader in passing yards. It's going to be a quarterback run. Somehow Morris slips through the left side, runs free, lowers his shoulder down to the 30-yard line. But it didn't look like this design play. It was a quarterback delayed draw, and somehow he got through that left side.
And as he escaped there, Brock Carrington didn't even see him. He was getting blocked, and he just exited right past number 55, and he was able to scramble and pick up first down. It was a nice play.
That is a big play of 13 yards to move the chains for Madonna. Max Morris from Mount Blanchard, Ohio, 6'2", 205. He working behind that left side of Marsagilio and Kendrick, his tackle and guard. Morris will put this ball into the air, and it's a little behind Tro Jordan, but great coverage on the play by Jay Sean Underwood.
I just hats off to Coach Robinson to know your personnel, right? You have all these really good defensive backs, and you think, okay, why not have Jay Sean play that inside? Ever since he's moved to that true nickel corner, I mean, he was really good outside, but to have that much talent at all three cornerback positions and have them all on the field is just so crucial to this Marian's defense's success.
Second down and 10. Marian leading 21-0. Under 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. 5 wide receivers, 3 right, 2 left. Morris drops back, pressure. He'll get rid of it right before he is hit, and the ball skips in front of his intended receiver at the 35-yard line. Marian's defensive ends are having no trouble right now with the Madonna tackles.
It's all happening really fast. I mean, Morris just doesn't have time. Simple as that.
And then when he does get rid of it, there is a white jersey all over those intended wide receivers.
They are flying around.
This is the first of 2 straight weekends in which Marian will play in Michigan. Next week is a big one.
Big one.
On the road at number 13, Concordia.
And, man, it seems like every time Marian has visited that place has been some kind of crazy game, at least in the last 5 years.
Third down and 10. 4 wide receivers, 1 back. Morris stops back. Here comes the blitz. He's going to throw this up down into double coverage, and he overthrows his intended receiver, trying to hit Devontae Garrett, but Marian had excellent coverage on the back end into the secondary, and they forced the punt.
Yeah, even with the pressure, Lewis and Fry were step for step. I mean, there is no way that was going to be completed. Again, these defensive backs just continue to make plays every week.
So Marian will get the football back. Knights scored 3 times in the first quarter. Their last time they touched the football was their first punt. Jalen Jennings is back to receive this punt. Darren Francis handles the kicking duties. Punts it away end over end. It'll bounce. Takes a high bounce at the 40-yard line. Jennings pointing away his teammates. And Marian will take over at their 37-yard line. So the Knights and Crusaders playing on this Saturday afternoon. A busy day of college football around NAIA. Not a lot of real top 25 battles against each other. However, there are some things shaping up when you look at the top 25. 11 teams remain undefeated. 8 schools are taking those top spots of undefeated teams in the poll. Indiana Wesleyan currently sits 1 spot ahead of Marian in the top 25. The Wildcats are 4. The Knights are 5. Here's a handoff. Running back straight up. Gains 3 yards out to the 40. Zach Graves, how many days until Marian plays IWU?
That would be 21?
28 days.
28 days.
28 days.
St. Francis first, that's right.
28 days away, and we'll be up in Marian, and that will be a big one.
Are you looking past Concordia?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
They're ranked 4 and 5, 1 game at a time. I hear you.
Yeah. Well, we can do that up in the booth.
Yeah, we're allowed to.
Yeah, that's true. We're down in the basement today.
Second down and 7. Here's a handoff. Fake to Gibson. Throw it in the middle. Caught.
Oh, he's
spinning
gone.
free of a man. And now is Jalen Jennings down the far sideline. 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Marian.
He's gone.
Boy, what a great fake to the running back.
That was just a skinny post, Scott. I mean, and there's many black jerseys that can make that tackle. Jalen Jennings doesn't care.
60 yards. Jalen Jennings, another big play in the passing game, whether it's Jennings or Spence. There are some explosive plays out there for these wide receivers.
I mean, that's his 4th score this year. Over 400 yards now. I mean, he's just fun. He's just really fun. I mean, again, it's just a skinny post. I mean, it should not have gone for a score. But missed tackle, good delivery from Bundalo, then missed tackle, and then Jalen Jennings just turns on the Jets.
Here's Pomelion for the kick. Excellent fake, whether that's RPO or a play action. Gibson did the fake on the sweep out to the left. You could see the linebackers go with them. Easy throw to the middle. Jennings makes one guy miss, and that's it. Marian has their 4th touchdown. They now lead it 28-zip. We'll take a timeout. You're listening to Marian Football on the ISC Sports Network.
Meet Zach. Pedaling day in and day out gets tough. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we can help Zach and you drive your dream with great rates for new, used, leases, or refinancing. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Marian leading at 28-zip. A 60-yard pass play from Bundalo to Jalen Jennings. Boy, he is fun to watch.
So fun.
Now 98 yards away from passing Hayden Northern for the school's all-time passing record in yardage. Really kind of hard to believe, but, you know, Bundalo, now as you look at his numbers, 22-5 as a starter, 13-2 at home, 9-3 on the road. You forget, you know, with that COVID year, how much he played. And then when you come back then in the fall of 21, how much he played. Then he plays all of last season as well. There's a ton of experience for this 5th-year senior. And he had some promises. He didn't like the way things ended last year. He had a chance to graduate and move on, but he wanted to come back for this 5th year. This kickoff from Pomeli is very short, but it gives the opportunity for the coverage team to get down there. Catch made at the 20 and only about an 8-yard gain on that return, and Madonna will take over at around their 30-yard line with about 9 minutes to go here in the first half.
Yeah, you make a great point. The more you play, the more you see, the more you know, the more confidence you get. And that's the biggest thing that I personally have noticed from Bundalo over the years is he just gets more and more confident every year. And the efficiency is incredible. I mean, he's just career 19 picks on almost 700 throws. Only 3% of his passes get picked off. I mean, he's smart with football. He makes good decisions. And he's a true leader on this team.
He now has 7 touchdowns career against Madonna, passing for over 400 yards, and this is 3rd game. Really good run, breaking some tackles, putting a hand down. That is a tough 4 yards gain out of the backfield on that handoff by Glenn Jackson.
Yeah, and making, you know, a couple guys miss. Luke Marsh had the first chance, and then couldn't tell. I think it might have been Griffith over the top. He couldn't bring him down. So nice moves there.
It'll be 2nd down and 5 for Madonna. Marian leading 28-0. Madonna moving from right to left. Their yellow helmets, all navy blue uniforms. Marian in the white uniforms on the road. They have a stand-up Rushen and Pettiford on the right side. Morris gets the snap, drops back. Pressure, steps up, throws. It was behind his target. Still, Emerson Combs probably wishes he had a chance to catch that ball. He had some space to run.
Yeah, and there was pressure coming, but Morris had time. And he still should have thrown it a little bit earlier with that crossing route, ends up being behind him. So, yeah, I think he just one of those situations where you see those rushers coming and just that half a second of hesitation leads to an incompletion.
3rd down and 5 for Madonna. They were able to convert a couple of 3rd downs last time. Let's see what they can do here. Snap. Morris back. Steps. Hits a man, and it was incomplete. That went right through the hands of his tight end, Kerrigan. And he would have had to make a man miss to get the first down. He caught it about 2 yards shy of the sticks, but he didn't catch it.
Right.
It's right
Now,
there.
We've seen a couple that were way off target, but for the most part, a lot of these passes are on target, and they're either just broken up or they hit the hands of the receiver and not caught. And, yeah, those are the ones you just got to have.
So the punt team will come on for Madonna. Francis. Boy, Marian is so close to getting those. A man sips through. Fair catch called for, and then Jennings twisting in the wind. Backpedals out of the way. It will take a Madonna bounce. 15-mile-an-hour winds today. And Jennings, wise decision. He waved his hand to fair catch that and thought, nope, I'm going to spin out of the way. Good. You don't want to risk it if you don't have a good read on that football. Marian up 28-zip. The offense comes out onto the field. Marian last year, a school record 86 points against the Crusaders. 9 different nights scored touchdowns in last year's game. There was a punt return touchdown by Ben Stevens, 2 rushing touchdowns by William Gibson. There was a pick 6 very late in the game. Remember, I think that was from a player that had duplicate numbers. Here's a toss give. There's Hebler sprinting out to the near side. He runs through a tackler at the 27. Actually, I don't think that was Hebler. I think that's LaBelle.
Yeah, LaBelle again.
That was LaBelle who was running out there.
Yeah, great job by Zach Sibla, too, from that right tackle position. First reaches his guy, and then once LaBelle gets past him, Sibla doesn't give up on the play. LaBelle cuts back in from the sideline instead of going out, and Sibla is there to get another block to push him for a couple extra yards. Just great effort from Zach Sibla.
That's 10 yards on the first down run by LaBelle. So it has been Hunter, Hebler, LaBelle, and Gibson who have all carried the ball thus far in this first half for Marian. Another one to LaBelle. This time he's tripped up, falls forward for 3 yards, running right up the middle behind his center, Connor Young, and right guard Pope.
Yeah, we even had a rush recorded from Glass as well. So 5 different guys have ran the football today.
Marian scored on their opening drive. They went 70 yards. They have also scored on a flea flicker, a 31-yard touchdown pass.
Love the trick
to
plays.
C.J. Young.
Love the trick plays. Coach Karras told us last week in the interview after the game he loves the trick plays. I mean, it's just a way to keep defense on their toes.
Going to send out a screen to LaBelle. It's blocked. He gets around the corner at the 40, and he tries to tiptoe, but he's knocked out at the 50-yard line. That is some serious speed around that corner.
And it's just a screen because it's just that little swing route, right, where you get them out and it's flat. So you throw it in the backfield and those linemen can stay flat and get out and make some blocks. And LaBelle just outruns everybody, gets the first down and a couple more.
They're going to say that he stepped out at the 43, still good enough for the first down. First down and 10, Marian. LaBelle now sweeps it to the right side. Was hit by his own man. Big-time play from the defensive line. Dante Cardinal came out, made a hit, and then pressed back. Is that Pope, the right guard?
Yeah,
that bounced back into LaBelle.
It was a big collision as Young and Pope are pulling outwards for that outside zone run play where they pull to the center and the guard, and it just got blown up, and it ends up being kind of a big collision there.
Three wide receivers in this formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Play action, Bundalo being chased, rolls out, and he'll be tackled and tripped up. Chasing him from behind was Tommy Larson. The defensive end gets the sack.
Yeah, it brought some pressure there. Got some guys coming off the edge, and then Larson able to just press forward or continue on that pursuit and bring Bundalo down.
Yeah, there was a little play action involved in that as well. But the flow going away, you give Larson credit. He just saw where it was heading, put his head down, and sprinted and made the play. Knocks Marian back all the way to the 35-yard line. So here's a 3rd down and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line. Reichert, the wide receiver in motion, goes from the outside to in on the slot. Bundalo drops back. Has time. He's going to go up top. He's got a man open, but he's overthrowing
Yeah, he missed him.
his intended receiver in C.J. Young.
He had it. He had him beat, and it's just a go route, and he just left it it drifted too far towards the sideline, incomplete.
And those 15-mile-an-hour winds, and that ball floats up, and it will be 4th down and 18 for Marian.
9 of 13, 195 yards so far from Bundalo.
That's a good first half.
Not bad.
Now, they are calling a penalty, though, on Madonna. I didn't see what the call was.
Nope.
But it will be a fresh set of downs. I would guess perhaps that's a 15-yarder.
So PI. It might not have been on the intended receiver because we didn't see anything from the feed here.
Yeah, and it looked like that was a pretty clean pocket. If someone does go to hit Bundalo, that's significantly late. Now it's a 1st down instead of a 4th down. Marian hands off the football and stumbling out for 5 yards and falling down to the 50. That is Baron Hebler.
And again, we mentioned it a couple times for Madonna. When you're a winless team, those little things, right? Those penalties, turnovers, all those kind of things just don't allow you to get over the hump.
Oh, what an absolutely beautiful fall day in Michigan.
Oh, it's incredible.
51 degrees, 55. It feels like 51 with the wind. Partly cloudy skies. The good news, no rain in this forecast. Leaves are starting to change. Bundalo swings a pass out on the left side, caught by Jalen Jennings. Jennings then is going to be brought down right at the sticks. His lead blocker was his other wide receiver, Reichert.
Yeah, he missed it, though. He missed the block, so Jennings has to make a move and go out further outside than he initially wanted to. But Reichert, credit to him, he turned around and tried to make a play.
And there's a flag down in the backfield for Marian. So instead of this ball being at 3rd down and 1 at the 46, I think they're going to back the Knights up. And they're walking it off from about the 48.
Probably a hold.
Yep, that was the call by the official. So instead of 3rd down and 1, you back up Marian.
Yeah, Marian, we mentioned it a lot too. Marian obviously had some penalty issues. 83 yards a game and penalties, just too many.
Yeah, and you're looking at nearly 10 flags a game against you.
That's a lot.
That's a big time amount. You know, you do know that will need to be cleaned up next week when you go to Concordia, at the end of the month when you go to Indiana Wesleyan. 2nd down and 16. Line of scrimmage now is the 38-yard line. Bundalo drops back. Plenty of time. Throws it deep over the middle. What a catch. Leaping up. He's hit. Stays on his feet. Jalen Jennings now wrapped up and spun down out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Made a grab at midfield. Was hit as soon as he grabbed it, but didn't go down.
Yeah, the pass was a little high, too. He had to go up and get it, and then the contact comes, able to bounce off of it. I mean, just this kid's just special. You run out of things to say about him. He's just so good at football, Jalen Jennings.
That is a 37-yard pass play from Bundalo to Jalen Jennings, and he is now the school's all-time leading passer in Marian history. He has just surpassed your teammate, Hayden Northern, for the most passing yards all time for a Marian Knight. How about that?
I mean, it's impressive because you think about who Hayden was throwing to. He's throwing to 2 NFL players, and Bundalo is just, a model of consistency. And, congratulations to him. That's really cool.
So Hayden Northern, 26 games he played over 2 seasons in 14 and 15. He threw for 6,530 yards, 50 touchdowns. He completed 61% of his passes. Zach Bundalo now, in today his 30th career game, has now over 6,500 yards of his own to go along with 62 touchdowns and a 60%. I mean, they are eerily similar numbers between the two of them, between Northern and Bundalo. And Luke Johnston now is 3rd all-time with 6,344 yards passing. Those are some great names at the top of that list.
I text Hayden that he just got passed, and his response, "Let's go," with an exclamation point. Gotta love that alumni love from Hayden.
Hayden Northern, excited for Zach Bundalo. Now Bundalo, let's see if he can punch it in. First down and 10 after the 38-yarder to Jalen Jennings. Handoff, Keegan LaBelle going backwards, and he's going to be grabbed down.
Not that time.
He tried to get to the corner by going backwards, but the defender hung on to that right arm on the stiff arm and tugged him down.
Yeah, credit keeping the edge there. I think that was Finnemall, number 1, defensive end, and Marian has been able to get those outside runs early on, and Madonna is starting to crack down a little bit.
You know, you talk about Hayden Northern's numbers. He was a starter in 14 and 15. 26 games in 2 years tells me that's a lot of football that he played.
That's a lot of football. A lot of football.
His first year, that 14 team went all the way to the national championship. His 15 team won it all. Bundalo rolls out left, passes a little high through the hands of C.J. Young, who climbed the ladder along the sideline inside the 5-yard line. It will be 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, and Hayden did spend that first year at Western Michigan, too. So all of that work was done in 3 seasons. But then you look at Luke Johnson's numbers, and he was banged up most of the end of his career. So what he put up early on was insane. So, yeah, Bundalo has just been around for a long time, and he's just been super consistent. And congratulations to him.
Yeah, and he wanted to come back for this 5th year. He didn't like the way things ended last year, but he had to do so with a new coach, new offensive coordinator. 3rd down and 12. They set up the screen, but it's going to be batted down.
Madonna's been on top of the screen game today, Scott. They were not going to get beat by that.
3rd and 12. They could sense it. Bundalo rolled back. When he went to throw it, it was batted down at the line of scrimmage.
Pretty long field goal what we got here.
It is. Now, you do have the wind coming in at your back at
helps.
15 miles an hour, so the ball will be spotted at the 34. So this will be a 44-yard field goal attempt for Pomeli. His career long is 45. 4 of 8 in his career from this distance. Pomeli's kick is up. It's on the way, and it is good. It is good for Pomeli. Did you see the signal for good?
I did not. But I did see Pomeli's celebration, so.
And we'll see. They on our feed, they do not have.
They didn't pan over.
They don't have the field goal posted.
We did not get the pan.
And there is. They just put the points on the scoreboard. How about a 44-yard field goal for Pomeli? That's a big kick for him.
That is a big kick. Good for him. That was nice.
And that is a man that's been battling some leg fatigue the last 2 weeks, but he steps up with that wind at his back, and Marian is able to grab some points.
Officially 43 yards.
With just under 2 minutes to play before halftime. So 31-0 Marian on top. And they will now kick it away to the Crusaders. I'm Scott McCauley along with Zach Graves. You are listening to Marian University football on the ISC Sports Network. 31-0 Knights. A 3-touchdown first quarter for Marian. 2 touchdown passes for 5th-year senior quarterback Zach Bundalo, now the all-time leading passer in school history. Rushing touchdowns by William Gibson and Keegan LaBelle. And the 5th-ranked Knights in control on the road here in Livonia, Michigan. Pomeli sends it away from left to right. A high kick that comes down at the 10-yard line. Madonna brings it out the middle of the field, and they cut out to the left hash and brought down at the 25-yard line. And the Crusaders, whose deepest drive of the game ended up in a blocked field goal attempt, will take over with just a couple of minutes remaining before halftime at their own 25.
Yeah, so far today, Morris, 5 of 17, 59 yards, only sacked once. And you take away that 134-yarder from Kerrigan, and yeah, it's been a tough day.
Now, this Marian defense will make life difficult on you. They're giving up 14 points per game. But again, this is a program that hangs their hat on defense. Just 258 total yards allowed per game. Here's a quick RPO and a quick throw. Is that caught?
Yeah, it was. Campbell closed in real fast.
And that
but
catch
couldn't
was
get there. Yep.
scooped up at the 30-yard line. There's a 5-yard gain. Quickly, Madonna comes up to the line of scrimmage. They're trailing by 31. 2 minutes to play before halftime. Morris takes the snap, drops back. He's going to throw this one to the near side, and it ends up 3 yards short.
Yeah, from the opposite hash to the opposite sideline, that's a long throw, and it just, came up short.
Devontae Garrett just stood there and watched that ball bounce in front of him by like 3 yards. Kind of like when I play catch with my son, he throws me the ball, and I'm like, that didn't even get to me. I say that because he's sitting in the room with us.
Got a jaw drop.
It just gave me a look of like, how dare you say
Hey,
that?
he forced the fumble today
He
in his football
did.
game.
That's right. A big win today for his football team. Getting the stats. He might get a hatchet. Morris drops back, pocket collapsing, rolls out, throws it low, trying to scoop and the pick, but it's going to be incomplete. Great attempt out there on the far side. I believe that was Cuevas.
It looked really close. It's hard to, from our vantage point, it was too close to call. But, yeah, it looked like he picked it off. They're going to have a discussion here.
He's slow to get up, and now
they called a penalty.
it looks like they're going to throw a flag, and it was going to go against Marian. So instead of 4th down, you'll get a fresh set of downs.
That is the 5th first down today for Madonna. 2 by penalty or 3?
Ooh. Move it out to the 40-yard line. So first down at the 40. Time winding down before halftime.
3 rushing yards today for Madonna.
Yeah, they lose so many yards. Just when you added up all the math, the numbers are pretty poor.
Yeah.
Morris drops back, double clutch, triple clutch, now throws it out to a man who is at the 40-yard line, but it was incomplete. He was trying to hit Garrett on a little post right around the hash marks, but it's incomplete. 2nd down and 10.
I couldn't tell who that was with the PBU. I thought it might have been Danny Lewis. Yeah, it was. Danny Lewis with the pass break up there.
So good coverage by Lewis. 2nd down and 10, ball at the 40. Clock stops.
Still 2.5 to go. Unless they haven't updated it.
Yeah, I'm going to guess when this drive started, there was 2.5 to go. Morris has 3 wide receivers to his left, a running back to his right. Takes the snap, drops back, plants at the 30, rolls out right. One man misses, and now he'll just throw this one away. Throws that away as Alex Griffin was closing in on him from this middle linebacker position. And it will be 3rd down and 10. You know, any even type of ball fake, anything they're trying to do to help out Morris is just simply not working.
Yeah.
Marian's front 4 is able to get some pressure.
And every time they've sent a blitz, it's been gotten home pretty easily or caused an incompletion at least.
Same formation, 3 wide receivers left. Here comes a screen. They'll set it up. The running back grabs it at the 40. Gets a blocker, jumps inside. A tackle attempt by Clay Campbell, and then is spun out just shy of the 50. Is that Owens, number 20?
Right at the line with the right spot. I think they gave it to him.
It was just a nice little dump off.
Yeah, it was perfect. Pettiford got there so fast. Once the screen was completed, then he just has to outrun those linebackers, and then Campbell had a chance. You don't see Clay Campbell miss a lot of tackles, but he could not bring him down. And they are – I see it right at the 50.
Now they're going to say
now
first down.
They moved him, yeah.
Now they move him.
Yeah.
So the little screen.
The sticks hadn't moved yet. So
Emerson Combs is good. First down and 10 at midfield, right at the 50. Morris takes the snap, quick throw underneath, caught by Combs in space. The wide receiver then jets out to the 40, stutter step, and is brought down at the 37-yard line. He is fast in space as the junior Emerson Combs.
Yeah, that crossing route has been open. We've seen Morris look to it a few times, but hasn't been able to complete it. That time finally gets it to Combs, who is their main guy. 10 catches, 132 yards coming into today. Haven't been able to get to him too much, but that time it works.
And they'll call timeout now after that 13-yard gain. So the ball will be spotted, they said, at the 38-yard line.
That's his third catch today, longest one by far. And we don't have a timer, but we're definitely inside of 2 minutes, most likely under, a minute and a half now.
And you've got the timeout call. This would be a big possession here just to get some kind of points. Now, you are going into this 15-mile-an-hour wind in terms of kicking the ball. Madonna will get the ball to start the second half. How many pass attempts is that now for Morris?
24.
24 pass attempts in this first half.
87 yards.
7 different men have caught passes today for Madonna. In Livonia, Michigan, Madonna University, the Crusaders, winless this year. They're winless as a program. 0 for 27 overall. There's a pass caught underneath and then buried right at the 32-yard line. Catch was made, and then the linebacker, Jake Paris, made sure that the running back or the wide receiver, Jacob Ireland, would go nowhere.
That's what we call form tackle there, Scott.
Yes, it was. Wrapped him up, planted him on his back. 2nd down and 4. Morris takes the snap. He's going to look right, going to throw a diving catch attempt.
Nope.
But it's incomplete as the ball hit the ground as Devontae Garrett tried to snatch that ball out of the air along the far sideline. 3rd down and 4.
Yeah, great effort, but couldn't quite tap that toe.
So now it's 3rd and 4 for the Crusaders. Time winding down in the second quarter.
He's actually their leading receiver, Garrett, in yardage, 180 coming into today.
Marian leads 31-0 here in the first half. The 5th-ranked Knights, the first of back-to-back weekends in the state of Michigan. Morris sends 3 wide receivers out to his left. A running back stands to his right. Marian showing pressure. Morris takes the snap. He's going to sling it over here to the near side. Nearly intercepted by Underwood.
Yeah, he's kicking himself. Had a chance.
He was caught flat-footed on that. He was in the position, didn't expect that ball to be thrown, and it right through his hands.
What do they say about DBs? Wide receivers you can't catch, right?
So here's a 4th down and 4. And with that wind in the position you are in, they're going to go for it as Madonna.
54 seconds. They've been managing the clock well on this 2-minute drive.
Line of scrimmage right now, the 32. 4th and 4. Let's see if they have that play in them. Morris drops back. He's going to throw over the middle and incomplete.
All over it.
It was broken up by Nate Fry.
So good.
It was going to be short of the sticks anyway. He got there right as the ball did and breaks it up, and Marian stops on 4th down.
He's just a complete player is my favorite part about Nate Fry. His instincts are so good. He's always around the football. We mentioned that, but he's as good of a run stopper and a tackler as he is in the pass game, and he's just an all-around great player.
He was the Mid-States Defensive Player of the Week. And Marian will now have the ball with 32 at the 32-yard line with under a minute to play before halftime. Zach Bundelow breaks the huddle, sends 3 wide receivers out to his right. 1 out to his left. He'll take the snap, drop back, wide receiver screen.
Ooh,
and it's going to be a little low
0 for
and
3
incomplete.
on the screens today.
That time they were trying to hit Armani Glass underneath on that wide receiver screen. 2nd down and 10 from the 32. You know, Pumili already has the 43-yard field goal. And with the wind at the back, in terms of a Hail Mary, Bundelow told us if the line of scrimmage is about his own 45 or 40, he's got a chance to get it down there. Bundalo takes the snap, 2nd down and 10. Dumps it out over the middle. In space, racing is C.J. Young to the 40, 35, or 45 rather. It jets out of bounds at the 46.
Better move there.
On the Marian sideline, a gain of 14. He caught it on the left hash and sprinted across the field out of bounds.
Yeah, gotta love that from the senior to have the knowledge to get out of bounds after maximizing your yardage there. And it's the opposite side too. That's a drag from going left to right, so it's a long way to go. Nice, just all-around play there from CJ.
Yeah, line of scrimmage now is the 46-yard line.
Four for 66 now.
Time winding down here before halftime. Bundalo takes the snap. Pressure comes from Madonna. He eludes it and will throw this ball out of short. There was a man there. He was out of the tackle box and a man there.
Miscommunication there from Pope and Young. Pope comes inside to pick up the blitz and leaves his guy running free. Bundalo does a nice job to just get rid of it. Blitz pickups are hard. Yeah, everyone has to be on the same page. Sometimes you'll have a guy that comes free, as we saw in that.
2nd down and 10 from midfield. 2 wide receivers go out to the left. William Gibson, the running back, standing next to Bundalo. Bundalo takes the snap, drops back, clean pocket, plants, double clutch, no one there. Now he rolls out and he'll throw this away.
Yep.
Good coverage on the back end.
It was. Just a stun up front, only 4 guys rushing, so Marian picks it up well. 7 guys in coverage. Do a nice job of giving nowhere to go with the football for Bundy.
Yeah, and a great job by the offensive line, but again, nowhere to throw that ball. Third down and 10.
Well, we already saw a flea flicker. How about a hook and ladder?
I like that idea.
Why not?
2 trick plays in 1 half?
Why not?
Marian. 3rd and 10 for Bundalo. Drops back looking left. Rolls out left. Throws this ball too high. That wind at his back can make a difference. Sails out of bounds at the 40-yard line. And it looks like Coach Karras is going to throw the punt team out there. So Marian got the ball with under a minute to play and could not make it happen. Good job defensively by Madonna, mixing it up with the pressure on 1st down, the secondary coverage, getting the job done on 2nd down, and then on 3rd, good bracketed coverage.
Exactly, yeah. Just good job also by Bundy, though, just to not force anything before the half, just know where to go with the football, a couple really smart throwaways.
You know, and that's that experience that he has. He's making so many starts in his Marian career. And this punt by Miller was just right there at the 1. He had a man there, but he was turned around. He couldn't knock it down, and it goes into the end zone for a rare touchback off the foot of Miller.
Yeah, 20 seconds left. Madonna most likely will just take this one into the half.
So Marian leads 31-0. Zach and I coming up at the halftime. We'll tell you what's been happening in this game, give you some stats, take a look around the mid-states as well. Marian leading 31-0 here at Madonna University. Quarterback comes out of the huddle. Max Morris, head coach Herb Haygood. Played collegiately nearby at Michigan State. He was there when Nick Saban was the head coach. Morris, quarterback draw, 20, 25, lowers his shoulder. And
Get down. He was about to take some big hits.
Yeah, he had 3 white jerseys end up flying over top of him, and he's the last man to be helped up off the turf. And he walks over to the sideline. Did he get out of bounds? Nope. He stayed in bounds, and the clock will run out here in the first half. As expected, Marian dominates the first half. 3 first-quarter touchdowns. They score 10 points in the second quarter. And Marian leading here at the break, 31-0. You are listening to Marian Football. Halftime shows coming your way after a bit on the ISC Sports Network.
Some say you have to choose between reaching for Mars or harnessing more energy from a star. going faster than the speed of sound, versus bringing clean water from out of the ground. We say, why not both? The choice then is Marian University's Whitaker School of Engineering. Discover success with purpose. Learn more at marian.edu/engineering.
Meet Kate. She has a lot to juggle. Family, work, it can lead to trying days and tired nights. But we know Kate, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know at some point her space at a premium life may change. IMCU is here to help Kate and you find your space. Now, add on or remodel with an introductory rate of 3.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Today, it's all about Kate. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
I went to Marian for the education, but what I took away was the experience.
Marian University is like a home to me.
Plus, downtown Indy is just 10 minutes away from campus.
Marian University offers an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today at marian.edu.
Meet Kate. These days, space around her house is tight. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we can help Kate and you find your space with an introductory rate of 3.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/Ancilla.
Meet Chip. He turned a big idea into a big company. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we're helping Chip and his family grow their business. We'll help you too with financing to expand your venture. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Lock in your rate with pre-approval. It's fast, free, and makes buying the car of your dreams easier. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Pepsi's always had great taste. Today, try great taste with zero sugar. This is the Pepsi with zero compromises. This is Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Reach for Mars or harness energy from the stars. Go faster than the speed of sound or get clean water for everyone around. For an engineer, the choice is Marian University's Whitaker School of Engineering.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Zach. Pedaling day in and day out gets tough. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we can help Zach and you drive your dream with great rates for new, used, leases, or refinancing. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Some say you have to choose between reaching for Mars or harnessing more energy from a star. Going faster than the speed of sound versus bringing clean water from out of the ground. We say, why not both? The choice then is Marian University's Whitaker School of Engineering. Discover success with purpose. Learn more at marian.edu/engineering.
Meet Kate. She has a lot to juggle. Family, work, it can lead to trying days and tired nights. But we know Kate, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know at some point her space at a premium life may change. IMCU is here to help Kate and you find your space. Now, add on or remodel with an introductory rate of 3.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Today, it's all about Kate. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
I went to Marian for the education, but what I took away was the experience.
Marian University is like a home to me.
Plus, downtown Indy is just 10 minutes away from campus.
Marian University offers an exceptional education and an unforgettable experience. Apply today at marian.edu.
Meet Kate. These days, space around her house is tight. At Indiana Members Credit Union, we can help Kate and you find your space with an introductory rate of 3.9% APR on a home equity line of credit. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/ancilla.
Welcome back. We're at the half. I'm Scott McCauley, along with Zach Graves. We are in the basement.
We are. It's a great vibe down here.
You like it? You feeling good down here?
I do. I like it.
All right. So as those of you just kind of tuning in, watching the broadcast, listening to it, Zach and I were scheduled to go up to Michigan today. However, due to the forecast and it being a stadium where we would be broadcasting either from the stands or on the roof to protect the equipment, they recommended that we broadcast from somewhere else. So we've dialed up the game here on our computer. We're calling the action from down here in the basement. I see arms behind your shoulder back there. The kid just is begging to try and get on camera over here, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
All right, so what have we saw in this first half? Look, it's what we expected. We knew this would be a lopsided game.
Right.
I mean, Marian is significantly better than Madonna. Although you start to see some signs where Madonna, you know, they're not what they were last year. It's going to be a long process for them to become like a competitive team in the East. But still, Marian is expected to win this game. And I thought they looked very efficient, especially in that first quarter.
Yeah, I mean, they did exactly what they're supposed to do, right? I mean, you just come out a little bit. First drive wasn't great, but that Reichert catch on the sideline really sprung them to get them going and kind of shake off the road trip blues or whatever, and then they were just rolling after that.
Yeah, and then the second time that Marian gets the football, they go 64 yards, all of them on Keegan LaBelle.
Right.
He handled it on every single play, including a 32-yard run. So Marian scores in 5 plays, and they get the big touchdown. And then the third time they get the ball, flea flicker time. This is back-to-back games with the magic, with the trick plays from BJ Code.
Yeah, it's just more stuff for opponents in the future to plan for. You see stuff on film now that you have to spend more time talking about, and that's the biggest thing. Because yeah, it's Madonna. Why use your trick plays? But then again, someone has to be ready for it.
And it was a great play design. It ends up being what's supposed to be about a second and short. One wide receiver, C.J. Young, is out there in the pattern. They move him in motion.
Right.
He ends up on the line of scrimmage. I'm even getting ready to say it is a jumbo package.
Yeah.
Hand it off
3
to
tight ends. Badescu comes in. Nick Miller. Yeah.
And you hand it off to Hunter, who's getting ready to go up the middle. What's he do? Flips it back to Bundalo. great throw and an unbelievable catch in the back of the end
Yeah,
zone.
it was. And where he put the ball, Bundalo, to drop it right where it needs to be, right over 2 defenders. Yeah, it was gorgeous.
So a great start for Marian, and they're up 21-0. And then in the second quarter, Zach Bundalo connects on a terrific pass play to Jalen Jennings of 60 yards. He is so electrifying when he's in space. It's incredible to watch. And the thing is, he is so effortless in the way that he runs. It doesn't ever look like he's giving off all that much energy and effort, similar to when we watch Johnny Williams play.
At times it looks like, is he even going at his top speed? Is he even trying? And he is. He's just that good.
He caught a skinny post over the middle and took it the rest of the way.
Yep.
And then Marian was also able to catch some big plays through the passing game. And in doing so, Zach Bundalo became the school's all-time leading passer. When it's all said and done, he'll hold every passing mark at Marian, and he's off to a great start. I would expect his afternoon has come to a close here at halftime.
Yeah, most likely. I mean, job is done, and yeah, he played well. Again, he's not as completion percentage a little lower than what we're used to seeing, 11 for 21. He came into the year over 65%, but yeah, I mean, the ones that were completed were all like bigger plays and really good throws.
All right, when you played and it's 31-0 at halftime, did you want to come out and do one more series in the third quarter, or is it okay just to shut it down at halftime?
Typically you go a couple, one or more in the third quarter. I mean,
what's the reasoning behind that?
I don't know. You'd have to ask the coaches. I don't know. That's a good question. I mean, I think it's just one more score can never hurt kind of mentality.
Okay, and it gets you ready to, like, hey, sit and then get ready to get back out there. You don't want to become comfortable
that too.
in trying to sit there. I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's helpful as you look at what Marian probably has in store. And here's the big difference. Last year when Marian played this game, and it was a blowout as they won it by a final score of 86-0. You're at home, and 115 guys dressed that game. Was that correct?
Oh.
You remember that? That was opening day, opening game.
That's a lot.
There were multiple guys. When you have that ability, you can have Jack Henniger throwing a touchdown pass.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
You can have guys get action that normally wouldn't get action. When you're on the road, you're limited. You only have 65, 70 bodies to choose from. So even when I looked on the roster, Marian only has their 8 linemen on the 2 deep and 2 extra.
Yeah.
So guys are going to have to play when you're on the road in this situation.
Right, and honestly, it's college football. These are young men, and also there's only so many opportunities that you get throughout a season. So, yeah, it doesn't really matter what the score is. You just want to go out there and play football.
All right, go ahead, get us some first half stats.
All righty, looking at the stats, first downs, for team stats first. First downs, Marian 18, Madonna 6. A couple of those were via penalty as well. They haven't been able to rush many times, only 8 rushes for Madonna compared to Marian's 19. Marian 108 yards to Madonna's 10 yards of rushing. 8 catches for Madonna for 87 yards. So they've found a couple longer ones, 34-yarder to the tight end, and then Combs had a nice drag over the middle. Besides that, it's been tough in the pass game as well. Marian 246 yards passing. Everything else on the team does it. Third downs, 2 of 5 for Marian, 4 of 10 for Madonna, and possession time, 18 minutes for Marian.
So third downs, 2 of 5 right now. Obviously, you haven't had many to go on with one of those. But even third downs last week, Marian didn't have money, but it wasn't as great against Lawrence Tech as you're used to seeing.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Just not. We've seen more big plays, though, right?
Yes.
So those bigger plays kind of, exactly what you said, give you less opportunities to complete those third downs.
Yeah.
Yeah, so individually, Bundalo, 11 of 21, 246 yards, 2 touchdowns, was sacked once. Jalen Jennings, 3 catches, 100 yards.
So
touchdown.
for Jalen Jennings now, that's his third 100-yard game of the season. And he had 114, a career high last week. I mean, he is on his way to his first team all-conference. He has come into his own. The fifth-year senior has had to wait so patiently for this opportunity.
And now
it's paying off.
He is the game plan now, right? Like, how are we going to get Jalen Jennings the ball? What kind of big plays are we going to get from him? And we've seen early on, we saw a lot of just a little short ones, right? And those are still involved, but now we're seeing those deeper those route tree really expand those deeper posts and the deeper shots that they're taking with him. So 3 for 100 yards and a touchdown for him. C.J. Young busy without T-Ray Spence today. 4 catches, 66 yards and a touchdown on the flea flicker. And then Reichert, that big one at the beginning, and then another one, so 2 catches for 55 yards for him. And then Byerly and LaBelle both 1 catch, 13 yards, 12 yards respectively.
The 66 for C.J. Young is now a career high. Previous, he had 61 yards in a game back in 21, so now a career high for C.J., and he had that beautiful catch on the flea flicker.
Yeah, and he started to get more involved last week, and now without T-Ray, another chance for him. So big day for him. Congratulations on career high there. And then rushing, it's been balanced, but mostly Keegan LaBelle. 9 rushes for 73 yards and a touchdown, long of 31. Christian Hunter 2 for 14. Hebler 3 for 12. Gibson 3 for 8, and he got that score.
Yep. So good job right now by Marian, kind of balancing everything out. Bundalo becomes your all-time leading passer. You're getting some of the numbers from LaBelle. And I do feel like what Marian is trying to do here, we're not seeing a lot of Hunter and we're not seeing a lot of Gibson.
Yeah.
And you know that you've got a monster game next week on the road again at Concordia. We'll talk more about that Concordia matchup coming up.
But also, when Keegan LaBelle, we talked about it early on with the hot hand kind of mentality, the way that he has ran the ball these last 2 weeks, you don't really need to see Gibson and Hunter that much because LaBelle's just getting the job done.
Great speed to the outside.
With those outside, once he gets that corner, he just turns on another boost, and it's impressive to watch.
Yeah, the sophomore from Mount Vernon is the leading rusher right now for Marian at University. We're going to close it up here at halftime when we come back. Third quarter action from Michigan. Marian is leading Madonna by a score of 31-0. The Knights are making their way out of the tunnel. Ted Karras and his crew are ready for the final 30 minutes of this one. Zach and I will come back after this. You are watching and listening to Marian football on the ISC Sports Network.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/Ancilla.
This is the Pepsi for America's best barbecue. Worthy of 100-mile detours and 1,000 likes. Looks good. This is the Pepsi for mopping, dipping, and dousing. Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you. This is the Pepsi for serious fans and serious eats. This is the Pepsi for Sundays at the ballpark and days off at your favorite pizza joint. Right, Aaron?
Best slice in New York.
Whatever you're craving, this is the Pepsi for you.
Meet Zach. Day and night, rain or shine, even just out for a spin, Zach gets around. But we know Zach, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he's been saving up to trade up. IMCU is here to help Zach and you drive your dream. Lock in your rate with pre-approval. It's fast, free, and makes buying the car of your dreams easier. Today, it's all about Zach. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Still waiting? You could have been seen by an orthopedic specialist at Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Avoid the wait, cost, and drama of the ER. Ortho Indy Urgent Care. Orthopedic care without the drama. Find a location near you.
Meet Chip. 30 years ago, he started a small business with a big idea. Today, there's a new building, a new fleet of equipment, and a new era of leadership. But we know Chip, and at Indiana Members Credit Union, we know he plans to keep growing, building business with the next generation. IMCU is here to help with secure and simple account management tools and commercial financing to grow business. Today, it's all about Chip. Tomorrow, it's all about you. Because at IMCU, it's you that matters.
Welcome back. Scott McCauley and Zach Graves ready to start the third quarter in Michigan. Madonna will receive the second half kick. Marian leading this one 31-0 at the half. The 5th-ranked Knights will be in Michigan next Saturday, 1 o'clock. You can hear the call from Zach and I on the ISC Sports Network. 1 o'clock is the kickoff at Concordia. The Cardinals are currently ranked 13th in the country. Marian 5th in the country.
It's a big one. It's a big
Three
one, Scott.
teams ranked in the East. You've
It
got
is a huge game.
IWU 4, Marian 5, and you have Concordia sitting there at 13. Then Marian won last year in Ann Arbor at Concordia, and you'll recall that was a big one because of what Marian was able to snap. 6 straight years Concordia had gone without losing a game at home, and it was Marian last year picking up that win, snapping that 27 home win streak for Concordia. So they'll go back at it, and as I mentioned, we'll talk more about them throughout this broadcast. Nearly that entire defense from Concordia is back. I know you know these names. Casey Roush, Chase Maynard, Martavis Dupree, Seeger DeGainer, favorite target on the outside as a wide receiver. Yep, it'll be a big one. But that's next week. That's after this 30 minutes comes to a close. Marlon Pomili will tee this up from the 35. Marian kicking from left to right as you listen to today's broadcast. The Knights with those away white jerseys, gray pants, the navy blue helmets, and numerals. Madonna in the full navy unis, yellow helmets, yellow numerals. Kickoff from Pomili is high and taken at the 5-yard line, working on the outside of the hash mark out across the 20, and then stood up from there as the returner. They're going to give him the 21-yard line, and that's where the Crusaders will start this second half.
Yeah, so we've seen a lot of like the short passes from Madonna. Expect more of that in the second half. Maybe try to target Combs and Garrett a little more, and maybe try to switch something up with those routes because so many crossers and they've been there. But if we could see something different from those two guys and just a focus on getting them the ball, they might be able to bring up some yards here in the second half.
New quarterback is in for Madonna in the second half. Max Morris, not very impressive in the first 30. So Josh DePaulis, a redshirt junior, will be the quarterback. He gives to the running back. Spinning free is Glenn Jackson of an initial hit at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
And Jackson is then brought down at the left hash mark at the 30-yard line. A really good run to gain 9 on first down.
Yeah, so DePaulis coming into today, 9 of 36 for 144 yards. So we mentioned both these guys' completion percentage is pretty low. They're playing from behind in most games and just having to throw the ball all over wherever they can get it, and it's just been a struggle.
And look, this is not unusual. In 3 of their previous 5 games, 3 different players have been quarterbacks in those contests. 31-zip, Marian leading. Second down and 1. They actually gave them the first down on that. No, they didn't. That's incorrect. Second down long. Ball is out. It's a fumble trying to stretch it to the far outside. Marian scoops it. Jay-Sean Underwood recovers it. He's down to the 20-yard line, and the Knights are in business.
Yeah, and I think that was Jake Paris who popped it free. It's a counter action. You got 2 pullers from left to right, and it just took a really long time to even get back to the line of scrimmage. By the time Jake Paris got to the ball, able to rip it out, and then Underwood bounces on top of it, sets up Marian with ideal field position here at the 20.
First turnover of the game, and it's a fumble, and Jay-Sean Underwood pounces all over it, the redshirt junior from Fort Wayne Snyder High School in Fort Wayne. Now the Knights bring out the offense, and it will be
Bundalo.
It is Bundalo. He's going to plant fire from the 25.
Touchdown.
It's caught in the end zone. 1 play, touchdown, Marian. Second one of the game for C.J. Young.
Okay, C.J., have a day. And we mentioned 3 red zone targets last week. Was unable to get 1 to score a touchdown, so he answers back this week with 2. C.J. Young, 5 catches, 86 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Adding to that career day, the career high in yardage now at 86. Did not have a touchdown coming into this afternoon's game. Now with a pair, Pomili on for the extra point, and Marian, after the fumble, scores on 1 pass play. Bundalo to Young. Bundalo's 3rd touchdown thrown. And I guess that answers the question, do the starters come back out at halftime?
Right.
Yes, they do.
One
for
more
one
touchdown
play.
can't hurt, right?
38-zip Marian, and that's you've got to like that mentality from head coach Ted Karras and the OC BJ Code. You get the turnover, let's go for the big strike, and that was in some coverage, some pretty good coverage, but great body work by C.J. Young to keep them off of him, jump and make the catch 2 yards deep in the end zone.
Yeah, he's sure-handed. He's a senior. I mean, it's a guy that Bundalo knows is going to catch the football. If he throws it to him, he's going to catch it.
One play, 20 yards, and the Knights find the end zone. Pomili set to kick it again, and in the third quarter, Marian does have that 15-mile-an-hour wind at their back. Pomili's last kickoff sailed to the 5-yard line. The junior battled leg fatigue the last couple of days, but he's looked good today, including the 43-yard field goal in the second quarter. Runs up from left to right. High end-over-end kick will be taken at the 7-yard line. Crusaders bring it out only to the 20, and that is it.
Yeah, kickoff unit has bounced back. After that first one, a couple missed tackles, they've been all over it since then.
13:50 to play, third quarter.
38-0.
38-0 Knights. Marian ranked 5th in the country. Let's start testing Zach Graves' knowledge, shall we?
Okay.
You ready?
I like it.
Okay. We'll do that then. We'll see what you know.
I've been around, Scott.
You have been around. Yeah.
This is my 14th year of Marian football.
Altogether?
Yeah, playing.
14 years?
Playing and radio.
Wow, one more, and I think it's the gold watch. They give it out to the corner. And
what a hit.
Is not going to get up. He was sweeping out to the right. He was hit, and he is still lying still on the turf. He just now rolls over onto his back. He is lying on the 17-yard line.
Dakari Kenny.
Dakari Kenny, and the camera we're watching is going to go to the scoreboard.
Yeah, good call.
Dakari Kenny comes up and absolutely hammers.
Leveled him.
Josh DePaulis. We'll hope that he's okay. He is down on that field right now, and they're immediately tending and looking at him on the far sideline in front of the Marian bench. Oh, he took a shot, and it's from a guy that we have seen constant energy from.
Leads the team in
Dakari
sacks.
Kenny.
Still leads the team in sacks. He's just a ball of energy. I mean, that's the best way to describe him. He's just always moving, pre-snap, can barely get his hand in the ground without just firing off the ball. He's a fun player to watch. Honestly, if I had to pick one guy that you just really need a play from, I would pick Dakari Kenny. I really would.
He's 5'11", 215 pounds, but the young man from Pike High School has a motor. Number 45, he's on that 2 deep behind Pettiford. He won't get as much run as Pettiford and Bucher, but when he is in there, there is a nonstop motor from him, and he absolutely levels. Josh DePaulis, the quarterback, kind of a quarterback keeper, was sweeping out to the right side, and he was planted 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage and laid still on that turf for a couple of minutes. So we'll hope that he is okay, and we'll see if Morris comes back in or if it's Arthur Brantley, a junior quarterback who's had some run as well. But whoever it is, they'll be behind the sticks here in the third quarter with Marian leading it 38-0. All right, some trivia.
Yes.
All right, let's figure this out. All right.
I like this game.
Do you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Marian has been ranked in the top 20 for 60 straight polls. I don't want to say 60 straight weeks because of the offseason. So 60 straight poll results, they've been ranked in the top 20. Do you remember the last time Marian fell out of the top 20?
2017.
You do that. You were all over that.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember when? That's harder.
It was after the St. Francis game in October, late October.
Look at you, October 23rd.
Yes.
Nice. Well, now game action is back in play, and they've had to go back to Morris, the quarterback, as DePaulis was helped off the field by doctors and his teammates. And the first throw from Morris, kind of a trend he had in the first half, skips down low, incomplete, and it's 3rd down and 12. I know you'll know this one. Overall, the Knights have been ranked in 98 straight polls.
Okay.
98 straight times they've been ranked.
Yeah.
Quite the program. Last poll to not feature a Marian team.
Was
Third
it
down
preseason
and
18?
12.
Preseason 18?
Nope.
13.
Nope. Here's the snap to Morris, little high snap. Walks back to the 10, throws underneath, bobbled at the 20, some room to run, 30, 35, lowers the shoulder, stood up and spun out of bounds at the 39-yard line. Romer Parker Bolden made the hit.
Same thing we saw a lot in that first half. Just those short crosser routes to Devontae Garrett that time or Emerson Combs. It's one thing that is working. There's no Marion guys out there.
Yeah, and that's good for 20 yards, and that's good for the first down.
So I know it was 2013. They were unranked.
So the last time Marion was not in a poll was actually your senior year.
It was beginning of 14.
14.
Okay.
It was like week 3, September 15th.
Okay.
You guys were. There was the last time Marion was not ranked
After the Robert Morris game.
in the poll. Here's a high snap. Whistles blow it dead. Morris couldn't handle it. Probably a good thing for Madonna. Now, we all know how that season turned out.
We do.
Because then you pick up the win at Wisconsin Whitewater. Is that where was Wisconsin?
Oh, Oshkosh.
Oshkosh.
Yeah.
And then then the Grandview
Thank
win.
you, Krishan Hogan. And Brandon Beitzel. It was a crazy drive.
And then Marion ends up going all the way from unranked to the national championship game in that 14 season. False start on the Crusaders, so they pick up the first down, now back it up 1st and 15. The line of scrimmage will now be the 33-yard line. But 98 straight weeks ranked. It's incredible.
That is.
60 straight weeks when you look at the top 20. The officials wind the clock up. Under 13 minutes to go here. Very early on, third quarter. Marion already with a touchdown. They forced a fumble. And on one play, a 20-yard touchdown pass from Zach Bundelow to C.J. Young. Morris is going to be swarmed and dropped. 3 guys in there. There's Dakari Kenny. There's Dion Pettiford and Joe Apata.
Who else? I couldn't tell who got there first. I thought it was Apata, but it might have been Kenny. Either way, they're going to get a half. I think Pettiford came in there to clean up, but Dakari Kenny, man, he's just good. He's just so much energy and just, yeah, he's everywhere.
Joe Apata also in there, 255-pound junior from Lawrence North. He's on that D tackle. So Bucher, Kenny, Apata, and Pettiford, the defensive line right now. Underwood, Owens, and Paris, the linebackers. Third down. Now you're going to set up the screen underneath. Nate Fry comes up, makes the initial hit, and then to clean it up after that is Paris, the linebacker. Not a lot going on there. Not much room for LaShawn Bennett, the running back, on that screen.
Yeah, credit to Joshua Huffman. He got just enough of Nate Fry, but there was no one to account for the other Marion Knights who came in there and get the stop.
And ends up knocking him back to the 28-yard line. And there's some confusion on the Madonna side. They had the punt team out there and Darren Francis, and now they're bringing the offense back out there. So they had it mismarked. This will be third down. So first down was after the penalty. This will be third down, and the line of scrimmage will be the 28. And they need to get to the 48-yard line. So it's 3rd and 20 for Madonna. They were confused. Their offense came off the field. The punt team was actually at the hash mark. They're moving from right to left. Marion showing 5 men on the line of scrimmage. 3 wide receivers go out to the right for Max Morris, the quarterback. Did not start this second half. Josh DePaulis did start the second half, but that quarterback knocked out earlier on this drive on a big hit. Morris takes the snap, looks right. Pressure from behind. Jake Paris brings him down on a one-arm tackle.
There was no defensive lineman in there. That was all linebackers lined up at the line of scrimmage, and Parrish just comes off the edge, beats the left tackle, and gets the sack.
That'll be his second sack of the season, give him 3.5 in his career, and that was easy. He came right around the left tackle, reached out that big left arm of his, wrapped up Morris, and he hit the turf.
What a formation. No defensive line. That was Josh Woods in there over the center, Paris and Griffith on the outside. No defensive lineman. They still get the sack.
Now the punt away from Francis. It's a short punt that's going to bounce at the 45. Takes a big bounce in favor of Madonna. Armani Glass tells everyone to stay away, and it takes a bounce into Marian territory. So now let's see who comes out of the field for the Knights right now. As they lead it 38-zip, the offense had one play in that third quarter, resulting in the 20-yard touchdown. Will we see R.J. Griffin, a freshman from Springfield, Ohio, at quarterback? We mentioned when you're on the road, you do not have as many options for backup guys, and that is Bundalo, who is still out there at quarterback. He'll have William Gibson, the running back, so we'll still have Zach Bundalo on this drive. That starts at the 45-yard line.
2 tight ends, Miller and Byerly in.
9:44 to play third quarter. A little jump ball catch here on the near sideline. Jared Prater with his first catch of the season.
Yep, first one.
That is into Madonna territory. They mark him out at the 42-yard line.
So that's the only change we see so far is the receivers. All the O-linemen, tight end, and Bundalo, Gibson still in the game.
17-yarder to Prather on first down.
We've seen him get some run, but that's his first catch. Palmer out there as well.
He did a really nice job just settling into a soft spot. Bundalo hits him, got rid of the ball quickly. One running back to the left of Bundalo is Gibson. He sends his tight end, Nick Miller, from the right side of the formation to the left. Gibson runs up the middle, spins, and tries to fall forward. They'll say he's down to the 38-yard line. A tough pickup of 4 on the right side of the line.
Yeah, great push by the offensive line. They were able to move that defensive unit backwards, and Gibson was 4 yards before he got that first contact, and then he goes down.
Sun's up.
That's right.
Lineman weather today
50
in Michigan.
degrees, Scott.
You woke up today and rolled the sleeves up even when you went outside.
I did, yeah.
Look
Love
at
it.
Everyone's sleeveless out there. What a day for football in Michigan. Marian leading 38-zip. Second down and 6. Bundalo gives. Gibson, right side, little stutter step, picks up the first down, moves his feet and carries defenders down to the 26-yard line.
North and south.
That's something he does so
He
well.
does.
He sees where he needs to go, hits it, and that's the direction he's going to move in.
Even when he makes that stutter step or whatever he needs to do, it's moving forward. It's not going back. It's not. There's no yards lost. He's always moving forward, and that's just something that he's picked up on early on in his career. He could be a bouncer, and now he's been able to just follow those blocks. Even on that other one, the 4-yarder, he's just falling in behind the offensive line.
Gibson picks up 12. He'll carry it for a third straight time. Now he bounces it outside, and it'll be drugged down from behind. Nice job by Ramon Stallings, the linebacker. Grab the tail of the jersey right below the 2 and the 6 and yank him down for a gain of only 1.
Yeah, Stallings is a guy who stands out on film, number 7, and he's just tall and lengthy, and he's one of those guys who's always run the ball, just moves really well. Nice job there by him.
Yeah, Stallings is a redshirt freshman, one of 2 players on this defense from Indiana high schools. He went to North Central. And then Terrence Wilson, number 21, their safety, he's a Warren Central kid. Gibson gets it again. Middle of a pile at the 20, and then bodies fall on top of him as he falls on top of his lineman. They're going to say the 21-yard line. So that's been a tough 5 yards they've collected on these last 2 runs.
But staying on schedule.
Brings up third down and manageable. Marian leading 38-zip. About 7.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Bundalo looking over to the far sideline. The 5th-year senior quarterback today has now become the school's all-time leading passer in yardage.
21 yards away from 300. Will that be his 3rd consecutive 300-yard game?
Ooh, that's a good. I didn't think he had. Did he have 300 last week?
I think he might have been just short. You're right.
Bundalo now with 2 wide receivers out to either side. Running back to his right. Snap. Looks left. Now sets up the wide receiver screen. It was too high. It was his running back who was the intended man, and it's a good 2 feet over the outstretched arm straight up over his head of William Gibson.
Yeah, still floating right around that low 50% completion percentage today. Bundalo, the ones that he's completed, again, have been really good throws, but he's had more incompletions than normal today.
And that one would have gone for a big play.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was not a lot in front of William Gibson in
Blame
terms
the
of
wind.
the opposition.
Blame the wind.
So now we'll have Pobili on. This will be a 38-yard field goal. spotted on the right hash. Snap, hold, his kick is up, and Pomili is good again. 2 for 2 from this side of the field, and Marian ups the lead, 41-zip. 2 impressive kicks today by Pomili.
Yeah, he's been accurate and consistent. That's all you can ask for from a kicker.
And Marian now leads it here in the third quarter, 41-zip. Zach and I will step aside, back with more. You're watching Marian football today, listening to it rather, on the ISC Sports Network.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back. Marian now leading after the 38-yard field goal by Marlon Pomili as Marian pushes the lead now 41-0 over Madonna. I'm Scott McCauley along with Zach Graves, broadcasting today in front of a live studio audience.
That's right. Got the whole neighborhood here.
That's right. Why not? Come by, hang out. Watch Marian. You know, I love getting the questions as people will hear the ads on the fan about Marian. And they'll always ask. They got a pretty good program over there. Fair catch called for on this kickoff. One of the advantages of that new rule on the kickoff. Good kick by Pomili. And you're right, more and more people, you know, you feel like more people should know about Marian and the success that they've had. But
right.
With what ISC Sports Network's been able to do in bringing those home games, even bringing road games to them, like it is really up the exposure for this premier program here in Central Indiana.
We're getting to the point now where less people have never heard of Marian here in the Indianapolis area versus people that have.
5th-ranked team of the country, 41-0, approaching the midway point of the third quarter. Morris is still the quarterback for Madonna. Turns, gives. His running back will now work the left side, and he'll be tackled from behind after a gain of 4.
Yeah, Brock Harrington lost his contain from his defensive end position, so Madonna was able to get outside, but not for very long as Ethan Depinet closed in.
Yeah, so we're starting to see a little bit of the backups now on defense. On the line right now, James Ralph is on the line. Tony Allo is out there on the line. Brock Carrington, is Zach just mentioned, is out there. Depinet is on that D-line as well. Linebackers
secondary,
are, Owens, Parker, Molden out there in the linebackers. 2nd down and 6 after the gain of 4. Line of scrimmage is the 29. Morris drops back. Little pressure coming. He'll step up in the pocket and then dive down. And as he went down, Owens delivered a hit. Even it looked like a split second after he hit the ground, but no flag.
Yeah, Roman Molden in there as well.
Loss of 2.
Pretty much a full shift change here.
So that'll be recorded as a sack since you lose yardage from the original line of scrimmage. Yeah, good pressure coming up from the outside.
Yeah, Joe Owens has a block this year as well. Block and score on that punt.
Third down and 8. Snap. Crusaders quarterback drops back, throws it over the middle. It's caught. He'll have to fight for the yardage. Breaks through a tackle. Is clear of the 35, the 40, and pushed out of bounds near the 45-yard line. Curtis Faust had a one-on-one opportunity to bring down Devontae Garrett, and the Crusaders wide receiver number 2 shakes free of the tackle right at the sticks and then picks up good yardage out to midfield.
Yeah, what a move there from Garrett. Another crosser, and then he's able to put the brakes on, make a guy miss, and pick up first down.
19 yards on the throw from Morris to Garrett. Devontae Garrett, a 5th-year senior from Thibodaux, Louisiana. About an hour outside of New Orleans. 2 wide receivers head out to the left.
14 catches for 220 now for Garrett on the year.
Morris. Play action. Now no one's having it in the pocket. Closes. He's down.
Depinet.
Depanet gets in there. Owens gets in there. Also there is Allo, a full rush right up the middle. And Morris with a big loss. Depanet here. Redshirt freshman from Pittsburgh, went to Tri-West High School. Second down and 18. The line of scrimmage moves all the way back to the 38-yard line.
Yeah, they credited that to Ralph, but it was definitely Depanet who got there.
Well, for Ralph, that would be his first sack of the season. James Ralph, the redshirt freshman from Evansville. Second down and long for Madonna. Marian leading 41-0. Carrington with the pressure. Morris spins out, and again he's pulled down. Ralph is the man on the spot once again. Big old number 65.
Sac City now. They're getting after it.
Carrington gets that first push on the outside, and then the middle collapses on Morris.
Congratulations to Ralph. Nice job.
Back-to-back plays. Big 65 celebrates as he runs off the field. High five from his defensive coordinator, Justin Robinson, his first year in that role with Marian. So now Keyshawn Brown, redshirt junior defensive lineman, number 97 from East St. Louis, Illinois. He is now seeing his first action today. All four linemen are standing up for Marian on this 3rd and 26. No one has their hand in the ground. Full rush. Morris will take the quarterback draw. Tackled in the open field at the hash mark at the 32-yard line. Coming up, Peyton Trexler from a secondary spot makes the hit in the open field, and the Crusaders will punt it away.
Trexler, one of those guys who feels like he's been at Marian since 2017. Been around for a long time, but he's a really good special teams player. Good to see him getting some defensive reps.
Yeah, Peyton Trexler has been around, got his start as a special teams ace his freshman year. Now helping out in that secondary. He has 3 career interceptions, does Trexler. Armani Glass calls for the fair catch, and he will make it. Actually, was that Glass out there? I think it was. Yeah. He makes that catch at about the 32-yard line, and that's where Marian will start. Well, now you're getting to that point of the game, and look, we are still midway through the third quarter, where Marian is now just going to pin their ears back, and they're going to go. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Bundalo is still out there.
Wow.
How about this?
Yeah, surprised to see that.
So,
as
okay,
well.
so you are surprised. Yeah, we thought maybe either he'd sit at halftime or he's had 2 series. Now, I know one of them, of course, was the one-play touchdown. Bundalo will hand it off. Baron Hebler, left side, turns the corner, lowers his shoulder, pushes a Madonna defender back to the 35-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 3 on first down for Hebler. Hebler last year, the main running back for Marian, over 1,500 yards in his career. Hamstring injuries, though, limited him in camp, and he missed the first 2 games of the season. It might take him a while to get back into the swing of things.
It's tough. Yeah, hammies are tough.
Hebler now will work the other side, working around the right side with the sweep. And this time he will not get to the line of scrimmage. He'll be tackled at the 34-yard line. And who is that slow to get up?
Badescu.
Yep, Badescu, the backup tight end, slow to get up, number 39, and a timeout called by the officials. Badescu is still down, and John Locke will come out. It's not terribly cold. Doc still has the shorts on.
Oh, he's a shorts guy.
But he's still got the hoodie and the coat.
Right.
That first 51-degree day when you're on the sideline hits you a little differently.
It does.
It's a nice, cool fall day.
Especially in Michigan. Michigan gets a little breezy up there.
We will
feel
be
a little colder
in Michigan next week, and now we don't know what the forecast will be, as the forecast on Thursday called for rain in Livonia, and right now it's dry as can be. However, they're calling for rain next week when we head up to Ann Arbor to take on Concordia. And that is a very windy location.
It is.
Concordia's field is right off of the interstate.
Right off the highway, yep.
It is always a big-time wind. There's only one side that has stands. The home side has a really good section for the fans to show up. There's nothing on the other side. That can be a tricky place weather-wise to play in Concordia. So we'll keep an eye on that as we get ready for that game next Saturday.
Yeah, excited to rewatch some old games from Concordia versus Marian. It's been one-sided there for a while, but it seemed like Concordia really had the series for a couple years there in a row.
Yeah, Concordia has never won in Indianapolis, but they did go back-to-back wins in Michigan.
One of those weird scheduling things where you're supposed to flip-flop, but something happened with Siena Heights where we didn't play them on the west side for like 6 years in a row.
You know, and last year we went to Concordia, and we'll go back there again. It is always that thing.
Yep.
Well, as the final plays run down in the third quarter, the teams will flip sides. We'll head to the fourth. Marian in control, 41-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back, Scott McCauley, Zach Graves. Here we are broadcasting live as Marian is up in Michigan taking on again because of the forecast and the weather and the inability to protect our equipment where we broadcast. Zach and I have been here comfortably in my basement broadcasting here today. And we're seeing an outstanding effort today from Marian at 41-0 right now as we head into the fourth quarter. So let's get that game action to you right now as the Knights face a 3rd down and 9. Bundalo is the quarterback. Hebler off to his left. Bundalo will roll out that way. He'll throw it. It's going to be caught. It'll be short of the sticks.
It's Griffin. Griffin's in now.
And that was Griffin that made that throw to Riley Palmeter.
3rd completion of the season, 3 for 3.
So Palmeter is able to get that ball up to about the 37-yard line. So a gain of 3, and you'll bring out the punt team and Mason Miller. So it's interesting. We talk about when do you replace Bundalo? You do it in the middle of a drive as you get ready to start the quarter.
Until the fourth quarter.
So now we'll continue to get some looks from R.J. Griffin, who, by all accounts, is impressing in practice.
Oh, yeah.
Miller on to punt it away. He's had a nice afternoon. This time into the wind. And it will take a bounce, and Marian will simply let this thing roll out to the 24-yard line.
Yeah,
and that is where the Crusaders will take over.
With Griffin and Polk we won't see him the rest of the year, redshirting him. But he doesn't have the job locked up next year. I mean, Griffin and him will have a full off season to declare who will be the starter for the 2024 season.
You know, and that has been a trend we have noticed with Marian over the years. You think about Ethan Darter took a redshirt year. You will see people play maybe that freshman year to get a taste, to get some experience.
Yeah.
Then you would say, well, why did you redshirt them sophomore year? Well, then now you get in the film room, you work out, you get yourself mentally and physically ready to go, and then you're able to play. That's the same schedule that Bundalo was on. As now the 5th-year senior now holds records for the most passing yards in school history. The reverse coming from Madonna, and it doesn't fool everybody because Reese Walker, the linebacker, with a shoulder tackle at the 26-yard line allows just a gain of 2.
It's just such a good play from Walker. He's getting blocked by the receiver. The defensive linemen were fooled on that reverse. But Walker has his eye on the guy the whole time, able to shed that blocker and then make an open field tackle. Really tough play there from Reese Walker.
2nd down and 8. Line of scrimmage is the 26-yard line. Opening minutes of the fourth quarter, 41-0 Marian. Snap to the quarterback, Morris, swings it out to his left side. It's going to be caught in space, and then a good low submarine tackle.
Yeah, it was.
Takes out the knees of the tight end on that catch. Good tackle by Jordan Turner, redshirt freshman defensive back from Fort Wayne Northside.
Yeah, take out those legs. That was textbook.
He went low on the big man. And now the officials are coming together. They're going to say it was offsides on the Marian D line. Officials talking with the home side for Madonna. So, Zach, when you look at what Concordia, the struggles they went to, they were the team when you played that you would beat 60-0.
Helmet week.
Helmet week. Explain Helmet week.
Yeah, Helmet week is when you go in the gym and you do walkthroughs all week, and you rest up. That's what like Concordia used to be.
It's a bye week. Helmet week.
Yeah, Helmet week.
Helmet week.
Yeah.
How, and do you remember when they made the turn and how they turned the corner?
Yeah, it's a player. It was Joe Connor coming in at running back, and sometimes that's all it takes. We've mentioned that in broadcasts before. When you have that one guy, whether it's quarterback, receiver, running back, a playmaker, a guy who can make a difference, Joe Connor helped that entire team turn the corner. And, yeah, that's really the long and short of it. That one guy, you think, oh, one guy can make a difference for years. Yes, it really can.
Well, and it's not just who that guy is. Where's he coming from? You look at Tevin Lake, and he a UIndy recruit,
right,
who then goes to Marian. And
it's 7th on the depth chart.
And it's just a different level, even from that D2 moving down to where Marian is.
Yep.
Madonna takes the penalty, so it'll be a 2nd down and 3. Nice job by the running back. Sees some open space. Bounces it outside to the right, across
really nice.
the 35, across the 40 and out near the 45-yard line. Good vision and running by Glenn Jackson.
Yeah, that was really nice. Able to break some tackles. Had a couple Marian guys run into each other, which at the point of attack, which helped. But, yeah, 1st down.
And Joe Connor, I remember when he made that move over to Concordia. A big physical guy who could run it and catch it.
Yeah.
But he was someone that physically was moving down a level to get to Concordia.
Right.
Those are the type of guys you need. Hayden Northern, someone that was ready to go at Western Illinois.
Yep.
Now you move it to Marian. Those are the guys. Madonna's going to have to try and find someone like that. Handoff again up the middle, but this time now showing that he can run between the tackles is Glenn Jackson, a good push. On the other side, he crosses the 50 to the 49.
Yeah, and we mentioned it before. There is talent in Michigan. There's talent everywhere. It's just to get that one guy that can really help excel your program.
And for Indiana Wesleyan, they're a program that has been fast-tracked last year in just their 5th year, making it all the way to the semis. But their first year, they had a transfer quarterback from Ball State.
Yeah.
And he could throw it all over the field.
Exactly. And that talent, and plus with Iowa, they were just set up. They have all the facilities. They were in, the football program was in motion for years, and they had all their I's and T's dotted and crossed before they started playing. That's why you saw the immediate success.
2nd down and 3. Morris will throw this out to the left side, one-on-one coverage, and he's not even close on his intended target. Good coverage out there by the linebacker for Marian as Walker.
Yeah, and it just takes time to start a football program from scratch, and we mentioned they're starting 2 years behind with COVID, and yeah, it's just going to take time.
You got another penalty on Marian. This one's a personal foul, roughing the passer. They're just adding up for this team week after week.
Every week.
You know, and from a coaching standpoint, hey, this isn't going to be perfect film.
97 yards in penalties.
Is that including this last one?
That last one added. 7 for 95.
Oof. I mean, you just can't do that. You just gave them a free 1st down. Now you're down to the 34-yard line. Yeah, so Marian's first season, you're playing at Pike High School.
Right.
For Concordia's first seasons, you're playing at a high school. For Madonna's current season, we're playing this game at a high school.
Right.
Indiana Wesleyan started in a big-time stadium.
With a ESPN3 contract.
Yes, so they have done an excellent job. Here's another reverse.
Oh!
Flip it back to the quarterback, puts it up into the air, and he underthrows it, and it's incomplete.
Double reverse flea flicker.
And he was trying to find Cole Rose now as tight end, but the ball was really not controlled well from Morris on the flip back to him. He juggled it. And then he underthrew it, and the jump ball comes down to the turf. I mean, it looked good.
It did.
It looked really good.
They even set it up with the traditional
They
reverse
did.
a couple plays ago. But, yeah, Roman Molden was the one who broke that up. Just no one in the secondary for Marion's fooled.
Yep. And they're trying to go to the tight end. And it's not the big gain that they were hoping for. 2nd down and 10 now. From the 34-yard line, it's all Marian, 41-0. They scored 3 touchdowns in the first quarter, including a flea flicker of their own. Morris pulls this down, and then he's hit. Ball's loose. He goes after it. His arm, officials are going to say incomplete. His arm was going forward. But it was knocked free, and he jumped right on it. Boy, he doesn't have any time at all to get ready.
I think Ethan Deppinett is trying to earn himself some playing time going forward. He has been, since they entered him into the game, he's gotten multiple quarterback rushes, this time a pass breakup. I mean, he's all over the place.
Yeah, number 7 has been active here in this second half. Marian looking to put the shutout on the board. So just how lopsided is this series? Well, Marian has allowed just 3 points to Madonna in the previous 2 games, while hanging 150 points on them in those previous games. It's 41-0 here. Morris drops way back, dumps it out underneath. Catch is made. It will be tackled short of the marker, but it's a gain that leaves them about 3 yards short of the sticks as the catch was made by Garrett.
Crossing route once again, Garrett once again, and behind his guy. If you lead him just a couple more yards, it could be even longer. And we've just, seen inaccuracy from Morris.
Yeah, you're right. The throws just haven't been there.
Yeah.
They've been behind, and they're forcing people to turn and make some incredible grabs. Well, it's 4th down and 3. 4th quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 27. Madonna is going to go for it. They need to get across the 25, and it's going to be broken up, and a flag will be thrown on the coverage. Out there, the coverage was Turner, and they're going to say that he got there a little early on Garrett, so this will be another penalty via a 1st down. They're calling a holding
so now
on the
over
Marian
100
DB.
extra yards given up via penalty. I mean, think about that. That's just so many yards.
Yep. And now they're going to walk this all the way down to the 12-yard line. Nope, 17-yard line, rather. So it's 10-yard penalty. Give him the 1st down.
Where's your Stanley?
Yeah.
I walk in, and all I hear about is Stanley's, and you don't have a Stanley.
Yeah, I don't have a Stanley. And what about the drink we got back there? We're really being shorthanded here. 1st down and 10. Morris pressure coming from the outside, and it'll be wrapped up and hit.
Okay, Roman Molden.
And Josh Woods came sprinting off the end as well, the freshman linebacker from Pike, number 4.
He's been active in his time here so far.
Well, you're right. Guys are doing an excellent job.
Well, they're getting opportunity.
Yeah, that's it. These
they're in the
backups-
game, and they're going to play hard.
I mean, what a chance. You're like, and you know you're going to Madonna, and look, this is the situation this game's going to be in. And when you look at the 2 deep, you say, I'm going to get a full 15 minutes of action.
Exactly.
Yeah, and they're making the most of it.
You and I had talked about the lack of sacks for the team coming in today. Not a problem today. We got 4 solos, and then add another 3 that were given as halves. So 7 sacks today.
And they
10
had
coming in
3
today.
last week. Look at the safety blitz, and they bury him way behind the line of scrimmage.
Number 8.
J.T. Dowdy. He ran 15 yards along the hash mark.
Full speed.
And planted Morris.
They might match their 10 sacks here soon.
You could hear the crowd saying, safety blitz, safety blitz. Everyone saw him coming but the line, and that was a beautiful call dialed up by Justin Robinson, the DC.
Yeah, and they were in scoring zone there and no longer.
Boy, oh boy, that's where you'd love to see a replay of that.
Oh, yeah.
When did he start? When did he cross that line? And my, oh my. What a great play to dial that up. 3rd down and 31 for Madonna. Line of scrimmage now all the way back to the 38-yard line. They need to get to the 7 for a first down. He's going the wrong way, brought down again.
Number 9. That was that 3 consecutive?
They push them all the way back, and again, number 7 is involved in this, Ethan Depinet.
Wow. Earn some playing time, why don't you?
My goodness, this unit here is ready to go. Depinet now is pounding his helmet. He's ready for more.
Sack and a half.
Boy, all kinds of pressure now coming from the Knights.
3 tackles, 1.5 sacks. Not bad.
A defense holding makes it first down at the 17. They will punt from their own territory. And this punt will bounce into the end zone. So what stats are you reading to me right now?
That is the 8th sack of the game for the Knights. They had 10 coming into today. 3 consecutive plays resulted in a sack.
Boy, they are finishing strong, setting up momentum for next week's showdown. We'll be on the road in Ann Arbor. It'll be number 5 Marian against number 13 Concordia.
How many rushing yards does Madonna have? Or don't have after those sacks?
Oh, my gosh. So at halftime, I think you said they had 40?
Yeah.
I'm going to boy, are they minus 17?
Negative 24.
Negative 24. Yeah. Oh, my goodness. Well, this will set it up for next week in Ann Arbor. You can hear Zach and I on the call. We will be in Michigan next week. Number 5 against number 13. And Concordia last year did not make the playoffs, ending a streak of 5 straight years of going to the postseason. Handoff on the first play, and it picks up nothing, and it doesn't matter because it's another penalty, false start on the offense.
So just overall in the season so far, Marian's playing really good ball. They are. But the kickoff unit and the penalties are the 2 stars that you put on the board of things that need to get fixed.
And those can be fixed.
Absolutely.
I mean, those are things that can be fixed for this team.
Because turnovers are pretty solid. They're plus 7 going into today in turnovers.
First down and 15, Marian, high snap. Good grab by Griffin, hands it off, but not a lot there as the running back was brought down almost immediately. And that's Hunter Newman.
Thought I saw Finnemal there as well. Yeah, there's a couple guys on this team that have, on Madonna's defense, that have really good effort, and they have some ability, but just overall, yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and next week, Marian will take on Concordia, who returns nearly all of their defensive players from last year. Concordia is scoring 42 a game offensively. They're giving up just 16 a game. So we expect a good one next week, that's for sure. Another high snap grabbed. Now working at Newman this way, coming in our direction. Just waiting for that line to develop, and he ends up falling out to the 20-yard line, so a gain of 4.
Yeah, the new center, Andre Dumas, a little bit inaccurate so far with those snaps.
Dumas, true freshman from Lawrence Central. Third down and 10. Marian's gained 5, but the false start on first down set them back. Time winding down in the 4th. Marian will improve to 5-0, 2-0 in the East. Griffin drops back, little pressure. He'll try and roll out to a right, makes a man miss. Now weaving in the pocket and eventually is drugged down at the 20-yard line. Tried to move in that pocket but couldn't get it done. And he's brought down, and it will bring up 4th down. And Marian will punt it away. What are Miller's numbers today?
Give me just a second. I'll get that for you, Scott. 5 minutes to play.
So he's on to punt again. 4th punt of the game, I believe. This will be his 5th punt. What's his average?
46.
46. He gets off one that they'll let bounce, and it will bounce straight up in the air and now roll a bit in the favor of Marian down to the 44-yard line. Zach and I'll step aside. When we come back, we'll finish this one up from Michigan. Marian leading 41-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/Ancilla.
Fourth quarter action as Madonna puts the ball on the ground. They had 1st and 10, a possession after a punt, and it was just a mishandled exchange between the quarterback and the running back.
Yeah.
It looked like Marian had that ball, but it was going to be a wrestling match down there.
Keel Watson in, new quarterback, just had problems with that mesh point there, and yeah, Marian will jump on it.
Marian says they have that football.
That second unit is hot
and
right now.
The last man off the pile is Tony Allo, number 92. It fell right in front of him. He tried to wrestle it away, and he gets in the wrestling match with running back Glenn Jackson, and it's Marian football as they get just the second turnover of the game. Both are fumbles. Boy, you're trying to now just work on some things for Madonna, and you lose it, and here comes the Marian offense. So 1st down and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Under 5 to go, 4-minute offense. Just take your time, try to milk the clock, get out of here with a win.
R.J. Griffin is the quarterback. Another high snap.
Yeah.
This time it's going to make a busted play. He wanted to hand it off to his running back, but instead he makes Gideon Brimage be a lead blocker because of the poor snap. And he's just pushed out of bounds just shy of the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and obviously you don't love to see that. In case Connor Young were to go down, you know now to look out for that center. With those high snaps, that's something you got to clean up. I mean, you never know when your number is going to be called. You got to be every day at practice, taking those snaps when you're not in. Hate to single them out, but it's clear all of them have been.
They have
high.
been. Even on that last drive, every one of them. The 6'3", 200-pound freshman has had to reach up. Another one he has to jump to get. This time he can give the handoff to his running back and pushing the pile forward across the 40 and down to the 39-yard line.
Center's not easy. I hated playing center. I much preferred guard. It is no fun to snap the ball and take a step at the same time. Everything happens really fast. There's a lot to think about. You're looking at the signals. You're looking at the linebackers. You're calling out things. You're talking. There's a lot going on, but you just got to be able to get the job done.
Brimage, with that last carry, picks up 6. Another high snap. Brimage gets the exchange, but due to that, he has his blocking not there, and he's spun out of bounds after a gain of 2. Yep, that's crazy. Just that timing, just that split second means that play will not develop.
That's all it takes, yeah.
And there's a quick either 3 and out. Let's see if they punt.
Wondering if there's a Connor Young contingency plan. If one of those guards, Adam Warren is still the 6th man. I know he's a guard, but I'm not sure how much he can snap. If Connor Young were to go down, I don't know if you could trust Andre Dumas with those snaps.
So what was the trouble with you, like at center? What was it about that position?
It's because you have to snap and step at the same time. You can't just snap and then step, or you'll be behind. You won't get to your block. So it is difficult to do. Don't get me wrong, but you got to rep it over and over and over.
That one was right into the belly, and Griffin then with the pocket breaking down runs forward, and he'll be stopped shy of the 1st down. So they'll turn it over on downs.
Just reps, reps, reps. Even if it's not against a live man, just snapping the ball and stepping at the same time as much as humanly possible.
Yeah, and that'll be something to work on. Again, you talk about special teams, penalties, and now for the second team, you're like, all right, let's work on this exchange.
Tape. Yeah, you got tape for all these guys, and defense has been spectacular the whole second unit. But yeah, offense again. Those snaps take all the timing off of all those outside runs. It has to be there.
And if by chance something were to happen to Connor Young, and we're not, we don't want to bring any of this out of the space, but Rashawn Wells probably would move then from guard to center.
Yeah.
Because he is someone else that's capable of that position, and then you're going to have something there. But
yeah, Adam Warren come in at guard. Yeah, most likely. But, yeah, Dumas got to clean that up.
Yep, and he'll have that opportunity to get better during practice. Even when Zach's squads played Concordia, it was a helmet week. Not now. Not anymore. Concordia is real. They've gone to the playoffs 5 out of the last 6 years. That program has turned around.
So good at home.
So Madonna takes over after the turnover on downs on their own 35-yard line. And the Crusaders just push the ball forward 1 yard out to the 36. So Marian will move to 5-0. And when you look at the mid-states, the beast is the East. No question about it.
Oh, yeah.
You look at Marian right now, undefeated at 5-0. Indiana Wesleyan entered play today 5-0. Concordia entered play today 4-0. 13-0 entering play today, 7-0 against the MSFA West. That includes wins against St. X, Olivet. You're beating the big teams over there on the west side.
It's getting fun thinking about this new playoff format too, and all these, the St. Francis Illinois of the world that have always been knocking on the door, can't quite get in. Now they'll have an opportunity. We had 4 East teams had an argument of getting into the playoffs. Now that's possible. So love the new format, and this season is going to get real exciting here in the rest of October and November.
3rd down and 9 as Madonna has run 2 straight run plays up the gut that have yielded nothing. And what Zach is talking about, previous years, 16 teams made the playoffs, 12 at large, 12 conference winners rather, and then 4 at-large bids. Dropping back on 3rd and 9, pass underneath is going to be complete, but only for a gain of 1 as Marian's secondary all over the receiver at the point of attack. So now instead of 16 teams, 20 teams will be into the playoffs. So now you're looking at 8 at large. So on that west side, last week, St. X wins their 17th straight game against St. Francis of Illinois. But St. Francis of Illinois is still ranked 17th. If they win out and finish second in the West, you would expect them to be able to grab a playoff spot.
Yeah, tough one tonight against Roosevelt, though. Roosevelt hasn't lost yet in conference, so that one could be a big one. 8 p.m.
And another big one right now, I believe, is happening involving the West as this punt will be fielded by Armani Glass at the 25-yard line, scoots his way up to the sideline across the 30, 35, and pushed out of bounds at the 40. A quick first couple of steps by Glass along that far sideline. St. Francis and Siena.
28-28, how about that?
Phew. So now Marian, with just 30 seconds remaining in the game, will take over, leading 41.
They did their job. You may be thinking, wow, only 41 points. No, it's not that. They did everything they needed to do, and they got the job done. That's all that matters.
In years past, you're used to seeing Marian average 54 points a game, 56 points a game, etc. They come into this one offensively, still averaging 39 points per game.
That's a lot.
That's not what we're used to, but they're winning these games, physical battle, and winning their special team side of things as well. Griffin takes a knee on 1st down to snap this one. Both teams shaking hands among the offensive line and the defensive line. And now the teams will line up at the 50-yard line and make their way down the center of the field. Well, it's another first for Ted Karras Jr., the Marian head coach. He had never faced Lawrence Tech. Last week he does and beats them. Same situation today as the Marian head coach. Once again victorious as the Knights knock off the Crusaders today 41-0. Zach and I will take a timeout. When we come back, we will wrap it up post-game show style as the Knights win on the road. They're now improved to 5-0 with the 41-point win today at Madonna. We'll be back on the ISC Sports Network.
Marian University's Ancilla College brings exciting educational opportunities to Northern Indiana. Now you can pursue both in-demand degrees and championship dreams at a place built on faith, leadership, and career-building academics. Marian has been named one of the most innovative universities for cutting-edge changes on campus and in-course delivery with the best undergraduate teaching in the Midwest. Marian University's Ancilla College. Start here and go anywhere. Find out more by going to marian.edu/Ancilla.
Welcome back to the Marian broadcast. I'm Scott McCauley along with Zach Graves. There's our live studio audience behind us right here. As we've been broadcasting today, we really want to thank Madonna University for allowing us to take that game feed. Due to the weather forecast, we just simply could not bring the gear there with the rain that was forecasted because of where they would have to sit us. So we were allowed to use their feed, and we hope we were adequately able to bring you today's broadcast and call the action. 41-0, Marian is the winner. The big news, of course, is Zach Bundelow with 3 touchdown passes. but he becomes the school's all-time leading passer as he passes Hayden Northern for the number 1 spot in that regard. Another 100-yard receiving game for Jalen Jennings, a career-high receiving 80-plus yards today for C.J. Young. Really a strong overall effort. And how many sacks did Marian end up with today?
8
sacks. So many of those came from that second unit that was hungry for playing time, and they delivered in a big, big way.
They did. Just all-around team effort. I thought everyone played well. A lot of opportunities out there for guys that don't normally get to play. Statistically, didn't blow you away. The points total doesn't blow you away, but the job was done, and that's all it takes. And they're ready now for, as we've mentioned many times, the biggest game of the year so far next week against Concordia University.
All right, you know Ted Karras. You played for him. He recruited you. He brought you to Marian, and now he's come back after not coaching for several seasons. We've talked with him at length during the broadcasts or during the season to get his insight. Now, he had that big game against St. X, but that was week 2.
Right.
You're still trying to figure it out. What do you think the mindset, what will his message be to the team as now do you get ready for a huge Week 6 game on the road against a top 13 team?
Continue doing what you're doing, but clean up those things that we were talking about all day, penalties, stuff like that. And today was an opportunity to do those things, yet it was still a little sloppy-ish at times.
You cannot give 100 yards of penalties to Concordia.
Right, so this week has to be hyper-focused, and you're going to be on the road, a tough environment, really, really good team in a tough place to play. The practice has to be really crisp because today – there's some stuff left on the field there, I felt.
Do we want to go back there now after the game?
Why not?
Are we good?
Yeah.
We're good?
Yeah, I think so.
Hey, thanks to Mitch Huppert for helping us get on the air and all the information that he has for Marian University. Head to MUKnights.com. Get all the latest information about what's happening with all of the sports around here. For Zach Graves, I'm Scott McCauley. Thank you so much for joining us here this afternoon. Marian is a winner. We'll be back on air on the ISC Sports Network. This time we will be in Michigan, we promise you. We'll be at Concordia. We'll bring you all of that action as Marian once again is a winner. Congratulations to the coach. Congratulations to the Knights. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll see you again. Thanks for watching Marian University Football.